Are we fine?
Welcome back, people, to another Jokes and Smokes podcast. How we all doing? Oh, it's been a long time. As you're well aware, we have had 2 weeks of D&D, which is where you would have seen a certain beautiful face below us. Yes, he is ginger, so I shouldn't have probably said before as much, but we'll get to that.
No, you said I'm beautiful. I'm taking it.
Well, we've got our usuals. It's me, your one and only, the Clown Prince. We've got Smoke, the Reaper, and down below we got a special person who is joining us because the podcast was made for just pure banter, and he's ginger, like I said. So therefore, there's nothing better than the banter that comes out of this man's mouth because he has no soul. So
Yeah.
I would like everyone to welcome Knibbsy.
Thank you.
That includes you, Smoke. You
Welcome in,
fucking
Nibsy.
ignorant bastard.
I was waiting until you'd finished.
So it is.
Welcome in,
As
Nibsy. It's a pleasure to have you joining us.
some of you that
Thanks,
have been with us for the last couple of weeks would recognise his face from the D&D, the one and only metal monstrosity, the Tin Man, Dirk himself.
Yep.
Yeah, this is what he looks like full screen, not
Or
in some little
as Queenie's just said, Nobsy.
Hey.
I have no control on that. I'm just saying.
Neither do I.
As you're gonna see, we are missing one person though. We've made a new banter crew, but we definitely have lost one again. Chronicus, for the second podcast running, is away. Not so much the medic, though that side is going all right. I did see some of the messages that came through, and he is okay, just to let you all know. But it is going to be something that he has to look after himself and come to terms with how life's got to change. But apart from that, everyone here wishes him well, and tonight at work, hopefully you get home safely and put on a little stream, relax.
Don't work too hard. And by the way, as well,
Work
Chronic. I
the
know, right?
answers are,
I
the
know
answers
it does
are
seem
no.
fucking. I know, right? But still, and as well, just to let you know as well, Chronic, you've got a lot of you'll have a lot of catching up to do when you do get a chance. You're welcome in, Reg, and your daughters come in, Clown, as well.
Hey, welcome in.
By catching up, do you mean on COD? By any chance?
Aye. He'll have
Well, you've all got catching up to do.
Aye, you can shut
Oh,
up, right?
it's not about that. So we have a running thing that Chronic was the first person to get the game. Smoke was second. I was last. Smoke overtook him months ago, and I am literally on the verge of overtaking him, even though he's 6 ahead of me.
I know, but
Yeah,
with
fair
that
enough.
as well, that I caught up with him within like 3 days of playing or something, and then
Yeah, but
overtook him. He overtook
you
me
had
again.
no.
Aye.
I know you don't own a Cronus. You're too poor to own a Cronus, but you do have your own anti-cheat, which is Nibsy. So
Fair point.
Nibsy was just there going, "Have you beaten him yet? Have you beaten him yet? You beaten him yet with the drill? Have you beaten him yet? Are you still leveling up guns? I've just got this."
No, that's
Hey, I love my melee only ones.
But that then brings us on to the first topic, then, really, isn't it? Because you two yourselves, as you said, you're both zombie mad heads like myself, and we're gonna get the second part to the bonus map from the very first map that we got.
Mm-hmm.
So from Liberty Falls, we are going to get Mansion.
And for what I've seen of this map, it is massive.
Yep.
We're also getting double tap.
Thank God.
About fucking time.
About 10, yes.
I still want Mule Kick as well.
The
Just
other, the field upgrade is Frost something.
That's never going to get
Yeah.
used.
Frostbite, like in Cold War.
Frostbite, aye, Frostbite.
That would never get used. People get leveled up and then just put in the
I could
will
be
in that
getting
boss.
I
When we
couldn't
do
get the
them boss
overlay
levels
right,
and you put out the
Queenie. It
circle.
wasn't working right. With the way it was stretching it out. It was hiding me in clown. So I've
Yeah, blame Chronic. The reason there's no overlay is because like we always said, this was made for a table of 4, and Chronic keeps missing the table.
yep.
I think he took full damage falling off his chair.
Um, as well coming back, we've got a couple of Verdansk, which I'm sure quite a few people are excited for. I know I am for one.
Airport. Airport.
Stadium, bro. Stadium.
Nah, stadium's going to be closed. It's
Aye.
going to be the first update.
It's
You got a supermarket as well.
supermarket. I was just about to say, I thought one of my very first clips I got that way.
See, I didn't like supermarket. I like, the two
Aye.
flats that were just opposite that.
I
I
know
used to love them.
that was mine and Anarchy's spot as well. We used to sit there with our snipers just picking off of people coming out of supermarket or the ones that were up and tap it.
And then I learned
Oh, the mini tower block.
and I just landed at the bunker next to Boneyard all the time.
I think I done every bunker. Oh, and by the way, for what I've heard as well, the codes from Verdansk back then are apparently meant to work this time around as well. But that's just
I haven't
rumours.
had them since COVID.
No, I know. But that's just rumour. A gun I'm excited for that's coming back is the Kilo.
I know you haven't shut up about it.
What I mean. And I bet he still don't pick it over the Cypher. Unless the Cypher gets us serious.
Appreciate the shout out, Rage, and the kick. And your daughter says, I gotta go cause food's here. She loves you.
Love you too. Thanks for popping in. Food's more important.
So, other than that, so what is everybody kind of excited for then? Like for this update for COD?
Mainly the zombies map for me. The dance is great, but the way the lobbies are at the moment is god awful.
Yeah, but it might just give over. Everyone goes for Danks and we get Rebirth Island back.
No, that's a good point.
Fuck off to the mainland, you bastard.
Fuck off back to your own lobby, prick.
Get back over your own side of the garden. I know your mum and dad.
Go and be with all the rest of the cheaters, you fucking wanker. But you
Oh,
know
no.
that's going to be the
Yeah,
very
Peter's
first.
in downtown.
You know that's
Hackers,
going to be the
headshots
very first
downtown
fucking thing.
is just going to be, yeah.
Aye.
Or it would be potentially full of the sweats because they don't want the cheaters. They're not Dansk. Rebirth would just be just overpopulated with sweaty lobbies.
All that. Aye.
But then at the same time, then they're bringing back ranked. So ranked battle royale will be back in it, so it'll give them a reason to actually go and get a KD worth something.
But anything though, there's no point in actually trying to get a KD in rank because most of the top 250 players are fucking cheating. Anyway.
for all this free shit that they get. Innit?
Right, but apparently as well, right, if you what I've heard, uh, through the uh, through Ricochet, they've started being able to detect people using. I know you're. I know. They say for what I've read and what I've seen people put out that Ricochet is apparently now meant to detect unlock tools. So people unlocking guns early, that way getting guns that shouldn't be in the game, or using camos on guns that shouldn't be able to. Because that way, for what I heard, there were people using Modern Warfare 3 camos on Black Ops 6 guns, but
Yeah, but that's visual glitch. It's not really adding anything to it, is it?
but apparently
And you pick
it's catching at them. So if that's how far they're meant to be going with it, then it should eventually lead into catching people using the likes of their Cronus, your aimbots, and your wall hacks and shit.
With getting guns early though, there has been a glitch in the game where if you go to say like it's a gun you got to get from the battle pass, or you can obviously buy a content pack to get it early.
Mm-hmm.
If you go over to it, like there's been a glitch for a while, which is what I use for the siren, to be fair, which is in the game
Aye.
now. But you click on it and then you gunsmith it
Aye.
from
There, aye.
the weapon thing, and then you can use it.
Not gonna lie, I done it with I done it with the siren as well. But the thing is with that, that kind of, for what I heard, that get blocked out because you couldn't do it after the siren, unless it's only certain guns.
Console players couldn't do it. PC players still could.
Alright, well, that's why then, because I switched back to console. And now, Reg, you'll not be able to use your hacks, mate. But know that you use any anyway.
Well, you can't have that bad a gameplay and have hacks. That would just be atrocious. Fuck, I'm dead. Aren't you running every hack in the game? Yeah, that's what's fucking shit about it.
It's like me saying I use a Cronus.
Well, you're probably the only person here that could afford one.
Ah, you can see me dead using a Cronus.
Same.
No. You've smashed up way too many PCs to be using the Cronus. That's all I've got to say. What?
You're not lying.
So shit. Oh, how am I gonna game? First track delivery Monday morning. Sorry, lads.
I'll see you on Monday, boys.
See you Monday, boys.
What have you done, Nibsy? Just smashed my keyboard, my mouse, and
what order would you like?
Nearly broke my desk in two.
Well,
to be fair, it's my monitor usually more than anything else.
First my window smashed. How did that smash? Well, let me finish. Then my PC smashed. How? And then my table smashed. Yeah, how? Well, I picked up the PC, I logged it out the window, then it hit the concrete down below, and then I thought, fuck it, the table can follow it out.
Forget to take a monitor off it, that way everything just went with it at the one time.
I mean, I will admit that you're pretty close on how the last lot went. It was more I put my fist through my monitor, got pissed off because I put my fist through my monitor, so I booted my PC on the glass panel on the side, which then bent the graphics card and dented the motherboard. Got pissed off about that, so then I just started ripping everything apart.
Yeah, I remember you saying. And
I got pissed off about the
it's no the fact that a lot of people are shit, like, and you're not actually that bad. It's mere people have got fucking dodgy movement, man. Like everybody's movement's pure fucking hingy, but apparently with the that's what hingy I know. Apparently,
what does he play? What does he play in COD?
The thing with the movement is it's the Omni movement that's
Rebirth,
fucking everyone up.
Rebirth, I don't know what
Rage plays a bit of everything. Rebirth, Area 99.
See, I've not tried that Area 99.
No, I don't like it. Map's
that's-
awful.
Apparently it's sweaty as fuck. I didn't
Yeah,
really look into it myself.
everything it's pretty much like a cone. So unless you land in the center, you can shoot the whole rest of the map. It doesn't matter where from.
So apparently in Verdansk, the Omni movements isn't going to be as much of a factor. So see these cunts that you're seeing sliding through doors, turning on you, fucking two-shotting you, and that's not going to be happening as much.
Apparently all the fire stations are going to be in the same place. During mid-season, the specialist perk is going to be released.
That specialist perk was fucking brilliant.
Which you can find in the vaults. Nice.
Yeah.
Does that mean that they're going to open up the vaults that are on fucking Rebirth finally?
Probably.
They didn't open them when it first came out. We just knew about the vaults, and they were like, "You're gonna get them. You're gonna get them," and we never got them. So, mate, will we get the vaults this time?
It's back to the original Verdansk vehicles. Apart from that, adding in a ATV now, an SUV.
Yeah, we
armored
had
SUV.
one of them before. Yeah. We had one of them before.
There's quite this season's update does look quite good. I'm not going to lie. What?
Yeah, for the 500 gigabytes that it's going to be.
But we getting to that point now where we know it's midpoint now, so we're halfway through this game. Now this is where they're trying to sell us all to put our money where our mouth is. By the next one. So all this promise about the new anti-cheat, all this promise and all this, there's no proof of it, by the way, I'm just saying, but all they're saying of we're getting this, you're having this, we're sorting out this, is it not just our normal Call of Duty propaganda coming in at this time of year when they know that they've got to try and sell the pre-orders for the Call of Duty that comes out in...
For what they've said is it's now what they're doing with COD now is they're doing one new release per year, and in between that they'll be doing apparently remakes of the older CODs. So
we're meant to be getting Black Ops 2.
Aye, that's one. We're meant to be getting, I think, a remake of the Advanced Warfare and Infinity Warfare.
It'd be interesting on the developers that they choose for it though, because Treyarch's already said that they're pulling out of all of the dev teams to focus on Gulf War.
That's what I was just about to say. Treyarch have walked away from now. They're like, nah. We are good at what we make. Don't get us involved in if you're
yeah, because they're focusing on Gulf War for the zombies content. They're not even focusing on Gulf War for the campaign or anything. It's purely zombies that they're focusing on.
What I really want to see is a return for Transit.
Yeah, but that will come with Black Ops 2. But then, when it Knibbsy that said in a conversation, correct me if I'm wrong, wouldn't it just be nice for us Call of Duty fans just get a Chronicles?
Yeah, Zombies Chronicles. Same as that is done for Black Ops 3.
Zombie Chronicles and just have the whole content there from Black Ops 2 all the way through.
Yeah, from World at War all the way through.
World at War started it.
Yeah, I know, but unless it's getting a whole revamp, I really wouldn't bother.
Well, to be fair, not that we've had the joy of E-Machine, where we've started on the outside and worked our way in.
That machine was amazing.
Yeah, But yeah, no, like
Yeah, what I did
just doing a Zombies Chronicles would like
I remember them.
And
please
have them
everyone.
all
To be
there
fair,
listed, and you can download at will
Mm.
whichever ones you want.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine every weekend getting with the boys and just going on a full run of whatever storyline you could possibly want, because it is literally all there.
Right, boys. What we doing? What we doing this week? Let's run for Nats to tear through Shunanuma, Shangri-La, fucking.
it's not only that.
Alright.
It would be for more casual players as well. It's like it won't kill the game, like because they do everything on all the maps, and then they're like, oh, well, I've got nothing left to play. It gets stale.
But they won't do it because they know it would outsell everything else, and then there's
That's
just
why.
no point of black games.
That's why they stopped the standalone zombies game that was meant to be coming out.
And that's why they made the Chronicles unavailable to
Uh-huh.
most of the consoles.
Uh,
But it is what it is. We can only dream as fans.
mm-hmm.
I do love a good zombie run, I can't lie. I enjoy a good cramp grind more, but don't mind taking part in some Easter eggs.
Yeah, that's what I mean though. Like if they brought a Zombies Chronicle out, then everyone could do all the Easter eggs, all the maps. Game wouldn't get stale. Everyone would love it. It would probably like improve sales because people would actually start coming back to COD again.
Mm-hmm.
Did you imagine on your newer technology going back and doing speed runs? I bet you're getting whole different times now.
Well, the I think the Shadow of Evil speed runs down to like fucking something like in 12 minutes or something now.
No.
There you go.
Blood of the Dead's like fucking, I think like
or something?
15.
No.
Yeah, something stupid now.
A lot of the older map speed runs are down to fucking like single
Sub 20.
single digits, like aye, because
Including Origins. Origins was one of the longest, and that's down to like sub 20, sub 25, something like that.
No, that I keep up to date with a lot of the speedrun things, but it's madness. What's like when you do come across them and you see the times, you're like, how the fuck did you manage to do that, man? Like seriously.
It's because they've left in a lot of the exploits that like speedrunners would use, which is what they were taking out of the likes of fucking in the new ones. Like for example, like the shock charge on the floor to stop the trap door from shutting. You know, why take it out? It's pointless. It's not pissing anyone off, but like
the dupe ping for the canister.
Yeah, like
Liberty Falls, aye.
I don't get why they took that out when if you go back in Origins you can duplicate the stuff still. You can duplicate the stuff constantly. You know, that's how the new speed one's been broken because they duplicated every stuff.
And it's not just that as well though. A lot of the speed runs on that were allowing the likes of mods for certain things. And all was it?
Oh, they've categorized it now. So there's speed runs with mods, there's speed runs without mods, there's speed runs with and without bubblegum.
Right.
And that the base world record that everyone wants to try and break is the speed run without using anything, because that's the true zombies content, having no gobblegums and whatnot. Perks, yes, but no gobblegums, no mods, nothing. But yeah. I do watch them. Some of the stuff they like figure out is amazing.
Aye.
Oh no! When you put us all through watching the guy do the 99 rounds, that was just some madness. Absolutely.
What 999 rounds on?
I get the fact that this game, for the first time, allows us to pause it, save it, leave, etc., etc. Cool. That's wicked. But the fact that people sit there and put themselves through that, and I'm sat there like, I can't fucking be arsed, and it's only weigh 35.
To be fair though, I'm the same because
Keeping
that's
the
when
route
the
going. I can't be
that's
arsed.
when the XP starts falling off. Like the XP modifier starts falling off. Once you get to round 40, you don't get anything until round 50. So
That's my point. They're not doing it for clearly XP, but
no.
I couldn't see myself spending 20 minutes just killing zombies to get through half a round.
Oh, the guy actually timed himself at one point without using. So if he was just going around normally and shooting everything, he done it. He was mucking around. So one wave would last about 45 minutes when he got to about round 250 up. If he was just like not using nukes, not using mangler injections, not manipulating the spawns, nothing. If he was just running around normally, one round would be about 45 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
Fucking madness, man. And it's not that. I know a lot that way when you're saying things like that, like spending what 45 minutes to get through one round. Think about it. Like a lot. Some of the challenges like that way for like the banners and shit. Like exfil after round 50, complete the Easter egg after round 100 and all that. Like it's. Think of how long, like how many hours you would need to actually fully do that shit. Like I know a couple of people that have done it, but
Think of how hard
that.
fucking Terminus would be at round 100.
Oh fuck! Yeah, Terminus is hard at fucking any round, but man,
I think Terminus is the hardest out of all of them so far.
aye, I agree.
Citadel was when they patched the drill. Citadel got reasonably hard, but still it weren't as hard as Terminus.
But you could still melee it, mistake. You just had to change the strat slightly.
Yeah, because they buffed the swords. Because that was what we was meant to use in the boss fight. But then they realised that the new sniper was stronger, so they used the new sniper.
But then what? Aye. I've not done finished tombs, but because I got to that point and with the people with the people I was with, I didn't have a fucking clue what was happening. But
Oh, the tomb was it. It's hectic. It's not. I wouldn't say it's hard. It's just hectic when you get to the boss fight.
As I say, I got to the boss fight, but didn't. The team I was with didn't kind of know. I didn't know what I was doing. The team didn't seem to know what they were doing, and I two of them left. It left two of us, and then at that point the two of us died. So next time we get through it, we hang it that I done it. It was with you and I think Chronic, and we get halfway through it before we died.
Yeah, and then you two couldn't keep off your ass. Constantly crawling around on your hands and your knees.
Both times I've tried to do the second and third Easter egg, I've been with Shorty and fucked it. So failed.
So what you're saying is that re-put zombies on my Xbox.
Well, you're going to need
Like
to
I said,
put zombies on here.
it's not so much the Easter eggs that entice me. Yes, I love a good challenge. But at the same time, I remember the times that I used to put into an Easter egg because Knibbsy and you will attest to the fact that you might not get it first time.
No.
There might be one slip up and we all end up getting fucked when we're so close. And it happens. But we go, we have a quick drink, we grab a smoke, and then we're back at it. All of a sudden, 3 hours later, we just died. All of a sudden, it's 5 hours, 6 hours of gaming. I remember
it's easily done.
Back when Cold War first released, I was doing speed runs on those, and I think when Outbreak first came out on Cold War, I done that for 15 hours straight.
Yeah, but man, like, I remember it back then. Well, back on that way, me and you were trying like I tried to do some of them with you, but every time I loaded up, this was at the point before I had the new Xbox. That way, my Xbox just kept turning itself out. Like, we'd get so far, then about I think what round 2, round 3 or something, that way my Xbox would go, nah, fuck you. Overheating? What?
And I gave Nibsy his 2 Easter eggs for Cold.
You gave me what, sorry?
I gave you your last 2 Easter eggs for your Cold War. I helped you get to the order boss on Outbreak, and then I showed you where the ritual was to upgrade your starting gun, and then you
Oh,
deleted
yeah,
the
yeah,
game,
yeah.
needed it again. It was like, I couldn't.
No, that's the thing. Cold War's still installed on my Xbox because it doesn't need to be on the internal.
Yeah, I can't play it now because I had it on disc. Now I've got a disc-free PlayStation.
Everything
So
you can, everything if you want to save. I know you would rather save for something better, but if you want to save, you could buy the disk tray. All you need to do is take bottom side plate off, mate, and
no, I'm not buying. I'll be buying first is the memory HD for the.
uh,
That's what I'll be buying. I'm gonna buy one of them to go in the back, and then it'll allow me to have pretty much fucking loads of games.
I need to get. I'm going to get one of them at some point as
Call of
well.
Duty can just sit on the PlayStation on its own, and then that'll run quicker, and everything
Yeah.
else can sit on the hard drive.
Mm.
The one thing I don't get is just how for storage space size how big the game's got now. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculously
But
stupid, man.
it was
I think we've lost the count.
games.
What did you say? We lost you at the start of that, yeah.
I said it was planned. Don't you? How mad is it that you need to spend out £200 to buy new HDs for Xboxes and PlayStations now? PCs need all the RAM,
Mm.
and you're sat there like, well, I can't play anything else. Why? Because I've only got Call of Duty installed because that's all I can fit on there. Activision are like, that's how we make sure that you play our game and only our game. You get pissed off with it by the end of every night.
But you still come back to it the next
And
morning.
jumping on as soon as you get the fucking chance. There you go.
That's the thing though. If for anyone who's got a Xbox Series S, if unless they've got the Seagate expansion card, they can't fit the entire game on their internal. They have to pick and choose whether or not they want the campaign. If they want Warzone or for me, if I want zombies on there, I have to take Warzone off. I haven't got a choice.
See, I've got Warzone and Zombies installed for my Black Ops. That's the only 2 things I've got installed for Black Ops. And even at that, it's still at 195 gig. So it's taking
Yeah,
195 gig of that 250 gigabyte space that a Series X is.
yeah.
Which is bullshit. And then
Because
that way I tried to, in fact, let me hang you this. She even tried to download it back onto my PC the other night when everything put fucked up on my Xbox. I took off all the Modern Warfare 2 stuff because that was what I've got. That was when Mod got me the Modern Warfare 2 Mod 3 to play DMZ with zombies with. So I took all that off, right down to took everything off it, and only put on Warzone and Warzone, and it still took up fucking near enough 300 gig. I'm like, what?
yeah, I think it's currently sitting at 568 gig on the Xbox.
It's definitely anything I know, right? So you buy you buy the new Series X as well. That's half of that storage used up by that one game.
Yeah.
And then think about it this way as well, right? GTA 5. So if people have got that as well, they're an extra 120 gig on top of that. to 195 gig
Yeah.
as well.
But
And
well,
if you think how big GTA 5 is, think about how big GTA 6 is going to be when that comes out. So you'll be between two games, really, when it comes down to it, eventually.
that's literally the issue I have because of I know you two don't like the game, but Destiny's
Uh,
250 gig on its own.
not anything,
Sorry.
right? Like, so you know, right? I was into Destiny back in the beginning. That way, we used to me, you, Anarchy, and a few others used to sit and smash the original for quite a while, for quite a bit, and then I think you and Anarchy stuck with the start of Destiny 2. I fell away from it, and that's like I try to the two of you try to get me back into it, couldn't get into it at all. You've tried again, still couldn't get into it, and back into it, and I have. It's like, don't get me wrong, the storyline is compelling for it, but it's just the amount of shit that you need to do, and like, as you say as well, the how big it is.
Yeah, it's almost forcing people to have to spend the extra money for the externals,
Mm.
which not everyone has.
Mhm.
But like going along the lines of those, so me and you spoke about it in detail, Smoke, and I know we've tried getting Clown on it, but PUBG is another one that's got a lot of good updates coming.
Aye, PUBG, in everything, right, that way, right, I know Clown's going to look at it 2 years and go, shut the fuck up about this, but the good thing about PUBG, right, for the amount of stuff it's got in it, and for the, for the roadmap that you've told me, for being a
And the
20
price.
gig, aye, but for the 20 gig, 25 gigabyte it is, it's
Mm.
fucking, it's actually alright. If you can get all the clunky graphics and that, but and the fact that it's running simulator, but hell,
Yeah, but then again, it's only running Simulator on a couple of maps now, with all
aye,
the maps they brought out.
true, aye,
Um, but at the same time, like I know it's not going to be until the later end of this year or early next year, but Fortnite over Unreal Engine 5's going to fix a lot of the graphical
mm,
clunkiness.
no, that's what I can't even wait for, to be honest. I think,
Like playing it recently, it's still like it's obviously it's tough to get used to after playing COD because of the Omni movement and how fast you
mm-hmm,
can swirl around. But PUBG's always been one that it tests your accuracy because there's no aim assist.
no, that's what I liked about PUBG as well. Like, fuck, the, as we've spoke about many times that way, some of the stuff that we've actually done on PUBG is just unreal. You wouldn't think for a game. I think we might be lost and Clown. You alright?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Stupid.
I what laptop fucking up on you.
Yeah, just wants to do what it wants to fucking do.
Uh, uh, so a game that Clown's been well, me and Clown have been talking about that way. I know you're not really into that. Well, I don't actually know. I know you were into the likes of Xenoverse because you played Xenoverse a few times with me, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same with the Demon Slayer games as well. Not Demon Slayer, the Sword Art Online games. Like I couldn't because I've got the Sword Art Online games. I just couldn't really get into them
Uh,
because it was a lot of promises and that didn't follow through of what the
mm,
game was going to be.
mm. But leading after the COD talk and that, a game that Clown had been really, the main Clown have been talking about that way 2 years. We've read, I, I don't know, I'm not too sure about you. I'm sure we've asked you about it. But Bleach, uh, I've not got it. That way I've seen gameplay for it and stuff. looks really good, and as a Bleach fan, that way I would really recommend it. But at that, I'll give you over to Clown, that way as he has got the game. He'll let you know about
Everything is awesome.
it. Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
Oh my god. Literally, it is like when you've sat there wanting to live through battles and relive battles and fight the battles yourself. Ah, it is very long-winded. It is you might as well watch the anime. That's how long it is. It is pure story-driven cutscenes, fight scenes. But let's face it, we all come for the animations, and oh my god, yeah. It's like you said, people that have played Kakarot or Sparkling Zero, etc., it is exactly. It is very similar, but for me, what I like about it is this hasn't got the flying part in it. I'm good with that. That's what annoyed me probably most. I couldn't deal with the flying part and trying to do everything else. Whereas this is literally, yeah, it's a nice good old button basher. I miss a good button basher. But no, I've pretty much made it to the second arc, so. And it will take, so you go from the substitute Soul Reaper all the way to, yeah, so I'm attacking on, so where am I up to? Oh, I've just beaten.
You had just beat Renji, I'm sure that last time you had played it, or you were just getting you were just getting up to that part. No, you had just beat Kenpachi.
I was about to say, so for Ichigo, I've just beat Kenpachi, and Chad's just beaten Shunsui.
Shunsui? Does Chad no get beat off? No, Chad gets beat off Shunsui.
Yeah. I beat Chad in the fight, but it ends as I'm just about to land the final blow. It cuts to a cutscene, and he then kicks my ass, and even turns around and goes, "He's still alive. Do you want me to finish him?" And he's like, "No, just leave him. He's fine. totally fine." It is definitely worth. Okay, mate. No, actually, no. I will. It's worth every penny.
And you bought the Ultimate Edition?
The deluxe.
Deluxe.
The only difference between it is, well, there's two differences. The first one is 2 costumes, and the other one is 40 fucking quid. So yeah, I'm good.
See, I was on looking at it. I was on looking earlier on CD keys for it.
Yeah, but that's because you've got a PC and a goddamn Xbox.
I know.
CD keys don't like PlayStation, mate. They fucking hate PlayStation for some reason.
I did notice that because I was looking to see how much it was for the on PlayStation. For the Xbox for the Ultimate Edition, it is 80 odd quid, 71.99 I think. Half CD keys.
Granted, I bought them for the release, and
that's for that's
the £80
that's for the Ultimate Edition on Xbox. For the Deluxe, it is 70. On PC, the Ultimate is 71. And the Deluxe is 63.
Yeah, it's always been that way now.
But
it's why when we used to go to our mate's house, we all used to just pay for it to be on his PC, and then we'd just take our Xbox controllers around and connect it to the PC. We were playing Pro Evo and shit for £20-30 cheaper than what it was for us to buy it on our consoles.
Have you actually watched Bleach yet, Knibbsy?
Yeah. Yeah, I've watched
All
it.
of it.
So you do know what we're talking about then?
Yeah, and I know what you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
Have you watched all of it, Nib?
I've got like 10 more episodes to go at the moment from what's been released.
Wait, so you've
Oh,
watched you've
oh,
done the Thousand Year Blood War then?
Yeah.
Right. So you've
so
watched the
you're,
original as well.
so he's probably like 5, 6 episodes in front of me.
No, because
There's like 30 something episodes, so if he's got 10, that takes up 24.
We finished at 13. We stopped in episode 13. The second part. So we got up to one point at where you were at episode 8 where it cut off at where you says well we had just passed episode 8 as I says right that's where the cut off was at first before they gave us the next 8 episodes because they broke it into 2 year and that way and we get 3 episodes into the second one and you went how many episodes we got left and I went well we've only got another so and so and you went right well I want to stop watching it because it's not finished yet and I went well the anime's no caught up with the ending of the Thousand Year Blood War but they've still got the Hell arc to go through as well which is
I
still
don't.
canon to me.
I can binge watch stuff and still get on and do stuff, so I can. I don't like not having a lot to watch.
Where the hang
When I was watching Bleach as itself, and I've got 900 goddamn episodes to watch, cool, crack on, and that's what I did. I was going through arcs in a day or so, but it is what it is. 30 something episodes is just not enough.
That's where I'm kind of hanging where you first start. Like, I know you said the next one you're starting One Piece.
No, I said it's an idea that I could start because it's long enough.
Mate, I'm sure you would enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm sure I would too.
Solo Lebanon is another good one.
You couldn't get into
Yeah, but long.
an all long one that way. Just I know I mention it every time. Fairy Tail. Another
I'll get round to it.
Another good one that's quite long. That's got three seasons is Tokyo Ghoul, as well.
Mm-hmm.
Chat, please stick in the comments how many podcasts out of all of them he's mentioned both of these these anime.
I'm going to mention a third one. It's short but sweet. Death Note.
I give up. I give up.
Rise of the Shield Hero.
My Hero. Even though I don't like My Hero.
Black Clover.
Black Clover.
Yeah. That's still going.
I actually need to start Black Clover, to be honest.
Castlevania.
Castlevania's brilliant. So's this.
Have you seen? I need to watch. I need to watch the reboot. That's what I need to watch because they've just brought out the second part. I saw it on my site and I was like, "What? There's a new Castlevania?" And it was like, "Yeah." I was like,
"Yeah."
Oh,
are you on about the series that's on Netflix yet?
I couldn't tell you whether it's on Netflix.
Because there's one on Netflix. So there's Castlevania on Netflix.
This is either set after or before the original Castlevania, which is why I found it amazing.
So it might be the same one because the second one they've got on Netflix is called because the original's got like 4 or 5 seasons to it, and then the next one's called Castlevania Nocturne, and it's set after the original. Because the main character is a descendant from Trevor and can't remember her name. The witch.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. Either.
Yeah, but he's a descendant from them, and yeah, it's called Nocturne. I think it's on its 2nd season right now.
Talking about anime, have you managed to watch Dimer, yeah?
Not yet.
I haven't watched the latest episode.
I keep.
It's only got the English version up to episode 16. It's pissing me off. It was releasing them weekly, and now they've gone fucking wait, and I'm like fucking impatient. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I already know I'm gonna get Goku Super Saiyan 4, and now you just want to fucking make me wait. Are you taking a piss?
That's the thing with the English dub. With the English dub, like it's all like, as soon as it comes to near the end and things that way, we've got to wait months, maybe even a
No, but if I go on to, we were a week behind
aye,
the whole time, but
but
they've carried on going, so I could go and watch. I could go and
that's what
finish
I'm saying.
watching it.
That's what I'm saying. Because of that way, aye, they let us get so far, close to them, and then they go, "Do you know what? You're only getting a date for a year and a half that way until we come up until we start to figure out what's happening with the ending and where that way until we've got a good few episodes in front and we've started on our next project."
I was about to say, this is only part one.
Okay,
That's what I didn't get. I thought this was going to be a standalone season for Super to come back, but it's not. This is one of 3 at the minute. They've got 2 more parts planned for Daima.
Aye. Because the thing as well, that way, what is it? The what? But correct me if I'm wrong, but is it worldwide release on the 12th of September for the Demon Slayer Infinity Castle? Right.
Yeah,
So it's
worldwide movie release.
right. So right. So because I know we hang it that way with I think the Mugen Train and Mugen Train, we had to wait a year before we got it.
The
Yeah, I
Mugen
did.
Train, we had to wait a year. The one after that, it was released in Japan and America 2 months prior to being released in the UK.
What was the?
I only got to see the episode train and then the episode after the train because my site didn't allow me to watch that.
The film, so you had the Mugen Train film, and then you had the Swordmaster Village film.
Alright, I've no. See, I've still to watch the Swordmaster Village stuff.
Is that the one, the mountain one? It says mountain or something mountain.
Possibly. Yeah, possibly.
They were the 2 ones that it wouldn't let me watch. I've seen all of Demon Slayer other than them 2.
Yeah, because then you've also got the training arc, like the beginning of the training arc film as well.
The training arc, pretty much the start of the training arc leads right into the Infinity Castle stuff.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how that just ended, man. Such a short anime as well. That could have gone so much longer.
Aye, but that's why again, right. With this, right, I know we've spoke about it quite in depth, but I seriously don't think that we are getting 3 movies.
No.
Well, just have to wait.
So everywhere that I've looked, that were saying that was like major sources of 3 films. It's now saying 1 film, but there's still rumours of it being 3 parts because of how much they've got to squeeze into it. Okay. It's either going to be a really long film or 3 parts.
Right, because I know if it's going to be, if that is the case, then that way working it out, the first part we're going to get to see is up to the background of Inosuke, Doma.
Yeah, but it also depends on how much they want to add in.
Aye, because then after the Doma stuff, it's apparently Zenitsu and the other dude that was apparently no, he's trainer, but
he's trainer's trainer.
No, the trainee, the other apprentice, like dude to the trainer. And then we get to see then the third and final part is obviously them fighting Muzan and Upper Moon 1.
And then is that all that manga?
Yep.
Up done.
Yep.
Yep.
We are meant to be getting a superhero 2.
I'm quite wary of that because uh,
But it's not going to be around like the others, like the first one. It's not going to be based around Goku or Vegeta, which is what I'm liking about this. So let's land. It's going to be based around Piccolo and Gamma 1. With Gohan.
I was going to say with Gohan being a side character, so to speak.
I don't know how to feel about that. I really don't.
Mate, Piccolo was a badass growing up, man, in DB.
I know Piccolo's was badass, right? So pretty much is this them now then retconning the very first part of Super completely?
No, I reckon that this is Dragon Ball trying to give Earth new heroes because Goku, Vegeta, and Super are going to go galactic, as we're aware, going into the...
Aye.
Fuck's sake. Galactic Patrol?
Aye.
Time Patrol? Which one is it?
Time Patrol. Time Patrol's the Future Trunks stuff, that's Xenoverse.
Oh, and it's Galactic.
The Galactic Patrol's Jacko.
Yeah, so they work for, they go and help, they go and get their little badges. It's him, so Goku, Vegeta, Future Trunks will be coming back. And, oh fuck. What's Vegeta's brothers called?
Reddit.
No,
that's Goku's.
No, Vegeta's brothers. I can't remember.
We hanged that. This is that the other day. Turnbull. Is it no?
So he is actually meant to be getting a go ahead.
Vegeta's brother Tarble. Tarble is Vegeta's brother's name.
So hopefully.
No, but what I'm saying is right. The fact of
no, but as fans, we're now going to be looking at getting 2 separate series for one of our favourite animes growing up. We always used to cuss when Gohan wasn't given the credit that he probably should get, considering he is stronger than Vegeta and Goku. But at the same time, we love Goku and Vegeta and how far they've come, and we really want to see them make Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego a reality on screen.
Right, but what I'm saying is the fact that, right, so Toriyama done Super, right? Because
yes,
right. So then, right, obviously because he worked in Daima, and now that he's right that way, Daima was from what we heard, right, is Daima is set after the Majin Buu saga.
Yes.
Right, and then Super,
after it, yeah.
in Super is set a couple of years after the Majin Buu saga.
Yes, so that would make sense and why they're doing a couple of parts to Daima.
So when you're saying Hingy right, so with that though as well, right?
Because what do we come to? It's the first scene in Super is Bulma's birthday, isn't it?
And that's where Beerus appears.
Yeah, in the Battle of the Gods.
But then they're gonna be.
Right.
This is gonna be an issue. No, because they're gonna mess up the timeline. Right, so because now they're gonna literally have made Super Saiyan 4 canon, but it's gonna be before the timeline of what you've already brought out, where there is no sign of Super Saiyan 4.
So throughout the whole.
Or Gogeta for that matter, because we are going to get Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 in Daima. I'm telling you now, it's a certainty. And yet, Super and Dragon Ball Z have only ever recognised Vegeta.
Right. But with even at that rate as well, as I'm saying, if you're saying that the next super is going to focus on Gamma 1 and
Oh, no.
Piccolo and Gamma 1,
Broly comes under Super, doesn't it?
yes.
Broly movie is Super, so yes, they have introduced Gogeta. He's just not done his other forms. He's just straight up Gogeta Blue. Yeah.
The fuse as Blue.
Yeah, no, I forgot that he was in the Broly movie.
So that as well, right? So if you're saying they're focusing on, if you're saying that with the next super it's focusing on Piccolo and Gamma 1, right? So why the fuck,
Superhero.
right? Right, superhero, right? That's completely different, right? Superhero is fucking different timeline. That is the Xenoverse stuff at way with the with Future Trunks and shit like that.
Well, I was just about to say that's after Broly because the issue that I have with that though is you're going to have to fill in that timeline as well because we have no idea how Goku and Vegeta beat him up as Gogeta. She then wishes for Broly to keep safe and send him back to the planet where they found him. Goku then senses his energy, finds him, tells him to call him Kakarot. But come start of the superhero,
See you later.
come to the start of the superhero movie, opening scene, Goku versus Broly on Beerus's planet.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason you hear that is because Goku literally says to Beerus, it's the only place Frieza wouldn't come looking for him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there are a lot of, but then these gaps, as we're well aware with the films, they've brought out a whole arc for each film. So there has been that we are going to get a Broly arc and a.
That's the thing. I think the Broly arc will be canon, right? So there's only certain.
Yeah, they're not going to make superhero into an anime arc. That's going to be standalone films, but Super will carry on.
Because that's the thing, though, right? Like, so, a lot of your movies aren't canon.
No, we know. That's why I made the mistake of saying Gogeta's never been canonized up until Broly.
The only movies that have been canonized have been Battle of the Gods and Resurrection of Earth. So until
which are both Super.
Yes, until they bring it.
Broly.
No, until they actually make the start of the next Super anime where they do the Broly movie again, animate the Broly movie, and then that moves into the next couple of arcs, which is the Moro and the Granola, and the Granola arc. Then it's the Moro arc. Then we've got the Black Frieza arc. Then we've got the ultimate tournament or survival arc, which is including.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying. I reckon we will get the Broly as the first arc, and they have been working on doing a whole second arc, which is then the introduction. When everyone's then aware that the two universes that Zeno destroyed for good fucking reason are actually a part of the whole balance of the universes again. So think about how Dragon Ball always does it. It goes through a whole arc, get to the final battle, everything's safe, start of the next one, all danger again, like nothing happens. So that will be it. You're going to think Broly could destroy the world, Frieza, but it's going to go further than what the Broly movie showed.
Aye, because what we'll get at the end of that, right, we'll obviously get the ending of where, the ending of the true ending at where call me Kakarot, and then you see him disappear. And then what we'll probably
we're also going to get Frieza's reaction afterwards as well.
We'll probably, for the next two episodes after that, we'll get into a wee short thingy of Frieza, Frieza kind of looking for Broly, and then Kakarot, Goku appearing at Broly, taking Broly, Chilai, and whoever that Orby dude is, to Beerus's planet because he heard that Frieza was looking for Broly again, and then because of the fight, and that way Broly's the last, pretty much they're the last three true Saiyans.
Well, weren't it Whis that told Kakarot to go bring him to his planet? Because Whis is actually the only person that could take up Frieza, but
it's not just
that
Whis.
He's black.
There's a thing about Whis. Whis actually thinks that Whis knows that he can control and help Broly control that power of the rage that way, so that it doesn't explode. So I think that's as well the reason for Whis' thingy. Plus, I think Whis thinks on the level of Kakarot as well that, wait a minute, right? Yes, he was a danger, but he's no. The only reason he was like that was because of the control of his father. So if that way he's dead calm. If he is able to control that power, it can use that way. We can use
right. It was also taken out of incubation early and sent to a whole different planet, hoping that he died off on impact. So
again, that way it'll only serve to motivate Vegeta and motivate Kakarot. Well,
so here's a question for both. So who wins the fight, Broly or Beerus? Because for some reason they both picked the same girl.
Broly learns to control his power, he'll beat Beerus hands down.
Well, there it hang. Broly does take for what I've seen, and that way I don't know if it is just fan stuff, but for what I've seen in clips for the manga stuff, that way Broly takes a straight up Hakai and laughs it off in controlled Super Saiyan rage form. Like that way, like it takes a Hakai straight and just looks at Beerus and goes,
yeah, but Frieza was able to take a Hakai without going golden.
Because he had.
And for some reason, I still never got why Goku struggled so much with the Hakai, considering Frieza's fucked it off, Jiren's fucked one off.
Because Goku's energy is pure. That's why the spirit bomb was absorbed. Whereas the Hakai is pure destruction. You can only cause pure destruction if you have like that way. If you heard it from Whis, the only reason they sees Vegeta as a destroyer is because of the destruction that he caused when he first came to Earth. Plus the fact that way the way Vegeta was.
Margin.
It was when he was younger, that way until he met Kakarot, that way he was all for destroying, he was all for doing his own thing. It wasn't until he met Goku that he realised, wait a minute.
Well, even after that, he still didn't give a shit. It went really up until
Bulma, really?
Yeah.
Right.
Because even that, Namek, he was willing to kill Krillin and Gohan.
Mm-hmm.
It just so happened that he needed their help with fucking Ginyu and all that lot as much as they needed his.
So that way it's always kind of been foreshadowed, if you actually look back, that Goku is going to become Goku is always going to be that hingy.
Goku's going to be an angel.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Right, until we didn't know any of that, right? But if now with the knowledge that we do know, looking back at everything that's went on through both their lives, it has been foreshadowed that Goku is going to become the angel, the protector of the universe, the Universe 7, and Vegeta is going to become the destroyer. If you think about it that way.
Well, you know more than most because you've read the manga, but it's definitely going to be interesting. But to have two series of film sagas to...
But also with the likes of like Broly and Frieza just shrugging off the Hakai and Goku struggling, Goku's the first one to go up against it. And the others fought Goku after having that experience. So they've also built their power level up before they faced the Hakai themselves.
No.
They like
Oh, that's what I mean. He faced it in Battle of the Gods. He was taking Hakai's. They were the energies that Beerus was shooting at him. Remember when he fucking made 100 of them and used it as kickies?
But that wasn't full. Actually, I think that wasn't the full blast Hakai's, like the full destruction power. That was like, as you heard, it was only using fucking 50% of his power until they get out of the atmosphere where they could go all out. He started using 100%, so that's where the Hakai was more effective.
yeah.
The only thing that I saw that no one else has, that I watched it with, like my kids and stuff, they didn't realise. Anyone realise the last attack that Beerus used?
No.
Oh, was it no
The planet destroyer, the big fucking sun thing.
Aye.
Who else do we know
Frieza?
that used one of them?
Yes, Frieza.
Frieza.
Yes. Who does say that? Did you to Which does turn into Beerus and go? Just be thankful that Frieza is the one that takes all the blame and not you for telling Frieza to go and actually do it.
No, I already understand that. Clearly, if Vegeta is already in line to be a god of destruction, Frieza's fucking 10 steps ahead of him then. Frieza was made to be that. Frieza can't control what needs to be destroyed. Frieza would literally be the reason why the other universes are despised. His mortal level would be so low, it'd be unbelievable.
Not just that though, with Frieza, Frieza does gain the God of Destruction powers, but no for you.
Oh no!
No for
yeah.
He gets granted them for trapping Goku and and the prison zone.
It's like some time. It's like some time chamber, isn't it?
Aye.
Similar to Popo's.
Similar to the hyperbolic time chamber. Frieza traps Goku in there. Everybody's ended up looking for Goku, and that's how Frieza obtains the Black Form by getting the God of Destruction power, and pretty much getting the recognition that he's always wanted.
No, it's definitely going to make it a lot in. Once we see how they end the first arc with Broly, it will tell us what they're gonna take from the manga. But then at the same time, you're going to be then excited because Daima's going to start a couple of months after that, and that'll run through until the following year, where then you'll wait maybe a couple of months after that finishes before Super comes back.
Because with Super as well, from how far I've got as well, it is pretty much like within the first, like the start, so the second tournament of power starts, and then not even 7 chapters later, the Mother of all angels appears with the other two angels, and pretty much fuck shit up within the tournament of power, and that's what starts the universe survival tournament, survival of the universes tournament.
Yeah, because now it's a death match. It's not just a knockout tournament match.
It's a complete death match because
and I'm guessing it's in the null realm again, which means that no one has any power there bar angels and Zeno.
Nope.
Well, where is it then?
It starts there.
Oh, and that's what I mean, which means that's why no one has any power. So once they get taken out of there, then
it starts there, and it ends up in the between the two universes that were destroyed, Universe 6, Universe 11, and Universe 7. are the main targeted universes.
Yeah, the last three surviving universes in the Tournament of Power. The three finals.
3 recognised as the strongest.
Pretty much, yes. Because
Yeah, so obviously we've got Goku, Vegeta, Gohan.
mhm,
They've got Jiren,
they've got
Toppo, who by the way accepted his destruction powers during that tournament,
mhm.
as well as Dispo. Yeah, I'd say probably just them three. And then obviously you got Hit.
Kaba.
I can only imagine how far Cauliflower and Kale have come.
And Cabba for that matter.
Thing is, I've always been disappointed with Cabal.
Very thing. So, Kaba goes back to Planet Sadala after the tournament. After the tournament of power. Obviously, starts teaching teaching Kale and Khalifa more about the Super Saiyan stuff.
That's what I mean. He always gets it wrong.
But Kaba's father outlaws the Super Saiyan transformation in Universe 6. Kaba's father knows about the Super Saiyan transformation, but he outlawed it. That's why you never hang it. That's why none of them ever knew about it. And as soon as he sees, as soon as Kaba comes back and shows him it,
Then who's really from that universe that's going to cause any trouble? Bar Hit. If they're not allowed to train or be Super Saiyan, then that's that out of the window. Even though Kale, without training, loses her temper and a fucking whole city could be decimated.
That's the thing. Like, although Kaba's father outlaws it, Kaba, Kale, and
Because of Kale's power.
Khalifa, yeah, pretty much. Yes, because of Kale.
Cauliflower, it's not Cauliflower. She's
it's
just
because,
saying.
it is because of
Kale's legendary Super Saiyan gene is just like Broly's. Them two are literally the same, just one's female.
Pretty much because of Kale, and they don't. He doesn't think Kingy that he can stop it, but I think it was also because when he experienced the Super Saiyan transformation before, and it led to a massacre, so that's why it was kind of outlawed as well. So as I say, when he seen
they're from East, isn't it? That's what Cabot says to him at the start. He's like, "We didn't conquer planets, we saved planets." And Rage is the.
So he outlawed it when Kaba came back. When Kaba came back and showed him the transformation, he outlawed it. He told Kaba never to touch it, never to get any of that again, and bring the person who showed him that transformation to the king. So that's where the first time Vegeta meets the King of Sadala, and Vegeta pretty much turns around and goes, "You're no Saiyan. That way, where is your Saiyan pride? That this transformation is the pride of the Saiyans. This is what you should. This is the highest. This is the elite of the Saiyans. You Universe 6, no." You should thingy your Saiyan pride. That way, I am the prince of all Saiyans. And Vegeta, the Sadala's king, pretty much.
Vegeta went there. He's been waiting for this day for like 40 fucking years, hasn't he?
But the thing is, that way, the King of Sadala looks taken aback, but he does not give a shit. He just turns around to Vegeta and goes, "Get out of my sight." No. And it isn't until the universe survival arc that the King of Sadala does realise, yeah, we do need this transformation, and fight it in that way. It's because he sees it isn't until he's pretty much nearly gets killed, and Kaba and both Kaba and Khalifa both hang a transform, and then he sees the fusion between Kale and Khalifa. That way, in the power that and he's like, alright, well, wait a minute, maybe you are right, Vegeta, and maybe you are right, Kaba, but it took them all this time to hang you, but I don't know if that's the way they're going to portray it in the actual show, but that's the way it's kind of portrayed within the manga. Because remember what Vegeta does say to Kaba, and maybe one day I would like to meet the King of Sadala just before the Tournament of Power.
So go on then. Right, I want your 10 fighters. Nibsy, I want you to go first. Tournament of Power 2, Universe 7's fighters.
So
Tell you what, I'm even gonna get my pad and I'm gonna write down, and then we're gonna stick a poll up, and when we have the next podcast, we'll see who the chat believes had the best team. So Nibsy's up first. And I'll do Smoke. And then I'll do Molly.
This is where
And
Smoke
chat,
gets.
please,
This is where
we'll have
Smoke gets
yours
on the internet and Googles it.
Yeah, true. I've just given Smoke long enough to go and do some research.
Took my idea.
So go on and name your 10 fighters for the second Tournament of Power.
That'd be Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, Broly, probably be in there. Because by that point he would have trained enough to control it. Android 17 and 18 most probably again. Seven, ain't it?
No, Broly, Vegeta. No, Vegeta, Goku, Broly, Gohan.
Hey, you wait your fucking turn.
No,
Yeah,
I was counting yours.
wait.
I was counting yours. That's 6.
Yeah, he's up to 7.
I thought it was 6. The way I've counted it, whoever
No.
missed it. Oh, Piccolo. That would have been the 7th. For him.
You gotta give Piccolo some love, dude.
See?
But the thing is, it no only 7 fighters for the Tournament of Power?
No, 10.
10. Because they also had Krillin, Frieza. These aren't my picks, by the way.
No. Frieza and Master Roshi, aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
I don't know. It's a hard one because it's a hard one to choose really because like it all depends on how far along the timeline it is and how far they've aged.
Asking about timeline, I'm asking you for your strongest fighters. And you can pick any team. They will fight, just like Frieza fought in the first one. It's just the way it is. So, the fighters that you would pick to enter a second tournament.
Yeah, I'm just like basing it on the timeline of when it would come about.
I know who you're
Because
I know
because-
the people you're thinking straight away.
yeah, because like you got she's already been recognised as fucking strong as a child.
And she's further along than Goku and Gohan was, and
That's what I was
she's
on about.
3 years old. 3
Yeah.
years, and she's learned to fly and channel her ki.
Yeah, so like if pretty much at the if they're old enough sort of thing, it would be Pan. Even though Goten's a twat, he's again fucking strong.
Trunks and Goten, for fuck's sake. Give the kids fucking some more recognition, man. They've not done fuck all.
Well, remember, they're teens by the time superhero comes around.
Yeah, but they were still children in fucking Super. That's the thing, they're still kids in Super. That's what I'm saying. They've no grown up. They've not. They've done fuck all pretty much during the Majin Buu arc, apart from fight them at the start, then get captured.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The superhero movies. The superhero movies after
I want to see. I
Super.
do want to see an adult Gotenks. I would love to see an adult Gotenks or a teen Gotenks.
Yeah, and I think my last one would probably be one of the Gammas. To be fair,
Mm.
Who did you pick after the androids then?
after the androids, I would because they'll be old enough. Old enough, it would be Pan. I'd probably say Goten over Trunks, and probably one of the Gammas.
Mm.
Because I don't think they would trust Freezer again. Looking at Queenie's comment, Beerus isn't allowed to fight. Boo wouldn't
No,
fight.
Beerus isn't allowed to take part, and Whis is
An angel.
obsolete because he's an angel. He's not allowed to take part in choices. He just
Yeah.
advises.
For me,
And Boo wouldn't fight because they asked him last time and he refused. He turned it down.
No, he didn't. Boo
Well,
agreed,
he
but
fell asleep. He went into his coma after the
Training.
expo.
No, he didn't even fight in that expo, did he? He comatose.
Yeah, he did. He fought in the expo. He beat up the dog because it hurt Mr. Satan, and
No, yeah.
then when he come back, it got him psyched up. He trained so hard, and he went into a coma the day of the tournament.
He fell asleep during the exam, and then for the tournament,
Yeah.
my worry
No. In Champa's tournament, he failed the exam.
no, he fell asleep through it. Did he not?
No, he failed it.
Oh, he failed it.
I still wouldn't choose. I still wouldn't choose Boo purely on the basis of like he's not wanting to do anything unless Satan gets hurt. But Satan wouldn't be in the field to get hurt.
No, well, very thing. So, considering the options right for Universe 7 at in that moment, it is guaranteed that Boo is going to be one of the 10 fighters for the next universe for the next fight.
Yeah, but we're not on that. We're on who you want.
But that is what I'm saying, right? For me, it's definitely your Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo. You're getting Android 17 and 18. Then we're getting Boo.
2 seconds. Go on, Piccolo. Go on, Piccolo. Boom. Yeah.
17 and 18. That brings me to what?
7. And
Uh,
don't remind him what you've picked either, Nibs.
No. I'm doing a decent thing and shutting up during these fucking choices.
You got 3 left.
the last 3, I'd say if they're allowed to participate, it would be Trunks and Goten.
What, you want both of them? Okay.
And the last one, I one of the Gammas. But even if they're not going to take Trunks and Goten, it would be the 2 Gammas, and then I don't know for the last. I wouldn't know
Well,
for the last.
technically, one of the gammas is dead. So,
But apparently they're able to give him a new body.
well, right. If you're trying to, 2 seconds ago, you were trying to say where it is at the minute. So if it is where it is at the minute, 2's dead.
But so then my last pick, I wouldn't actually know because there's no really anybody that you could fling in there other than Frieza, and that's how Frieza betrays them, is by being there.
But you've picked 10.
The reason I would choose Pan to go in is because I feel that Pan not only would she be a strong fighter, because like you said, she's already been proven to be like unbelievably strong, but she's also the source of Gohan raging. If she gets hurt, Gohan's transformations are going to be unreal.
But the base Gohan is Gohan's final transformation.
Yeah, but he will be able to do the same thing which Vegeta did when Bulma got slapped by Beerus. Vegeta went nuts, and he didn't even have to be a Super Saiyan, and he could keep up with Beerus.
Aye, no, I get that, but again, no, that way Pan's too young. Pan's still like, that way. If they have aged, it would more likely be Gohan and Goten. No, Trunks and Goten in it, because Pan would be around about 7, 8 their age at that point then. But again,
And she could still kick their ass.
But then again, that way, if they're taking the continuity of superheroes into it as well, then Pan's still a child. Pan's still a baby at that within it. And
yeah, but the second tournament isn't going to be for a fucking long time after that, so she might have grown up a lot.
I'm sure with that. I'm sure in the manga she is still. In the manga she's about Trunks and Goten's age. And
yeah, well, I want Pan to be in there, alright? Because Pan will kick everyone's ass.
In fact, I think future Trunks is meant to take come back and take a step in.
Yeah. Anyway, Clown, who's your 10?
So I'm going with obviously the OG2, Goku and Vegeta have to be in there. Broly will be in there. Gohan will be in there. Pycon will be in there. Yeah, boy. Yeah! Should have been thinking, innit?
I'll give you my reasons for Pycon not being there, but on you go. I'll let you finish.
Got Boo. Cell.
I did think I sell myself, but I don't.
Cell has everybody's ability on Earth
very thing that
has died on Earth, which is technically including Frieza.
Right, but the other thing though. No, I'm just. My only question is, why did they go to Frieza and not Cell for the last tournament of power if they had that option?
Because Cell wasn't there. He wasn't around.
No, because Cell's hingy that way get completely obliterated. Yeah, that way, like, so with the stuff that Cell done, he's no gonna. He wouldn't have appeared. He wouldn't have appeared in Hell. The reason if Frieza appeared in Earth's Hell is when after he get wished, because he get wished back after Trunks cut him up, he get wished back on Earth and then get killed again on Earth. So he ended up back in the Earth's Hell as his normal self and not the mechanical form. So that's the only reason they were able to go and find Frieza, whereas Cell's no got a body. See what would have happened to Vegeta? Or what was going to happen to Vegeta that way when he asked Piccolo. So what would happen to me? Vegeta goes, you'll just be a floating cloud. You'll no enter your former self. That's technically what Cell is. Unless the Gamma dude redoes Cell Max, but not as the way it was, then you can get your Cell. But Cell, I did think I Cell myself.
I had to just put my boy in it just for the sake of it. Oh no, I haven't even. I've only got to Cell in it. My bad. So Boo, Cell, Future Trunks would be my 7th pick.
Future Trunks, as I say, is apparently meant to be there.
Well, he is. He's living on Earth, but he's not allowed to interact with anyone that could cause any more blips in the timeline. Is what they told him when.
He's on Earth, but he's not on Earth. He's I think
He is on Earth. He's just not in our timelines. But he can't interact. He could have gone back. He can go forward. No one knows. But he's not allowed to change anything if he's gone back, and he's not allowed to stop anything from happening if he went forward. But he's in this timeline now.
He's watching over this timeline in the land of time where the Kai of time is. So he's technically he's a time patroller in a way. That's how the future, what happens with Future Trunks after his thing gets destroyed. He becomes a time patroller. The Kai of time comes to him at, you fucked up. You're coming with me. This is how you're going to fix it. Pretty much.
And then I don't think it's fair to have a second tournament and not pick the actual winner of the first tournament. It's just it's self-explanatory, really. So had to go with Android 17, and then my boy had to be the last pick. And I know you're going to be like, you've got like 2 bad guys. I don't give a shit. My boy Rose is in there, bruv. Like, could you imagine the damage that man can do?
He's Universe 10, but
He come to our universe. Remember that, yeah? He was in our universe.
He was still the Kai of time, and he was still the Kai of Universe 10.
With our universe Goku's body, yeah? Don't forget that.
Still Universe 10, he even tells you that. I am not Goku.
Nah. Rose. That's why I didn't say Zamazu.
We've all got good thingy at life, a good.
So I'll give you a rundown. So Knibbsy went with Goku, Vegeta. Well, let's just face it. We all went with Goku, top choice, funny enough. It was self-explanatory, followed by our OG Vegeta. Now, our thirds differed. Me and Nibs both went for Broly. And Smoke went for Gohan. Then me and Nibs followed again with Gohan, Smoke with Piccolo. Nibs here went with Piccolo. Smoke went with Boo. I went with Pycon. Then Nibs and Smoke followed up with both of the androids, which I swapped in for Android 17 and Cell. Nibs went with Pan. Smoke with Trunks, me with Future Trunks. Nibs with Goten, Smoke with Goten, me with 17. And then both Nibs and Smoke went with Gamma, and I went with Rose, regardless of whether Smoke's trying to call me out for disqualification.
When your Pycon, right? I want to give you Pycon. I would love to see Pycon come into it, but it's too far back in the timeline to pull Pycon forward. It's too far.
Well, he's not canonised either. Let's just also point that out.
Technically, he is. Because Goku does mention him when he's fighting at the thingy, mastered the technique fighting in the other world with.
Oh no, hang a minute. He is. No, he's not. Is he? Don't he fight him in King Kai's tournament actually, which is Dragon Ball? So yeah, he is canonized. It's just the form that he takes in movie against Janemba that
we get to see. That's the only time we see. Aye. That's what I'm saying. So Pycon, I would love to see Pycon. That would be a good thingy.
I would just like to think Goku saw something in Pycon. Now, actually, do you know what? I want to
take Goten in Trunks suit of mine and put Broly in Future Trunks.
So I'll just
You can't be
put
switch.
future.
No. You can't be switching up now. You had plenty of time to think about your turn.
Okay, tell you what. After a little talk, I'll give you one choice that you can change. Because I will change Rosé, and that's why I'm going to give you two the choice. Because if I'm going to get disqualified for just having Rosé, I will naturally change Rosé for Oob. And I will have Oob and Boo.
Because then you'll get Super Rube. Didn't you think of that?
Shut the fuck up!
Right, if you're doing that, right, I'll take Trunk Suit and add Broly. No, Gamma out and add Broly.
Oh, so you're keeping Trunks.
Keeping
And
the kids and taking Gamma out and
you
adding
did.
Broly.
Changing Gamma for Brody. What about you, Nibs? Do you want to change her plan just because she's a kid, or are you gonna?
No, because Pam will still kick ass.
Well, there you go. There's the final 10. We will put up a poll.
The only thing I was thinking about was if the Demon Realm counted as Universe 7.
Yeah, it does. It's Universe 7's Demon Realm. Where do you think Piccolo's from?
Yeah, but they can go to all universes. The Demon Realm.
Yeah, every universe has their own Demon Realm.
The Namekians are the Universe 7.
It's the ears. Anyone that's got pointy ears is from the Demon Realm.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, and the margins. Oh my god, I nearly put them in as well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
I've met two of them already, and I've already been told, seen the teasers of the first. Mate, these trio are going to remind you of three other people.
Who have you got? You've got Yella,
Ku,
Do, and I don't know the I can't. I don't know the other one because I've got Do. I know you've got Ku on Legends. I've got Do. And is it Red?
I don't know what the third one is called, but it's already been teased on shorts and shit where I'm going through it.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think he's colored though. He's no, because he's no the normal like that way. Like Margins have got all colours. I'm sure he's made.
Yeah, he's a greenish colour.
So is the same as Do?
No, Do is more of a teal.
Do is made of the green on Legends. Do is green on Legends, bro.
Or is it yellow?
Ku's yellow.
Yellow, green, and
then
it might be purple. Purple's the last.
Purple? Is it purple? Is it purple, red, or orange? Because I know in Xenoverse you get to go and visit the Martian land and that way.
Well, no, they explain that. They explain that in.
Aye.
That's why you should watch Dimer. You should watch it. They explain all the colours. That's why I'm trying to think, but I'm going back to literally the second episode. And Glorio is just literally a GT version of Trunks.
I think Glorio's meant to be something.
No, he's a GT version of Gojo.
He's made.
Barkley Pink.
Mojo? Little Mojo?
Yeah, Little Mojo. Barkley Pink.
Gojo, I think Goro is meant to represent like a nicer version of like Moro and Mira and Hingy. The other, I can't remember the other one that was in Xenoverse, but they were for the Demon Realm.
Oh, the whole Demon Realm is literally like it's a pyramid system.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, after King Deborah dies, it left a massive hole, and now it's obviously, as you can imagine, everyone's trying to take that spot before it happens, and it's just the storyline's been really good.
I find it hanging as well mad with I know that both the Namekian dragon and the Demon Realm dragon are both called Purunga. Both look the same, but the only thing is the Demon Realm Purunga is red.
Is that because it's under its own natural realm?
I don't know.
And because
So the age of
down to the
was
fact
the BD.
that Dende is Dende's special, and I've forgotten the name that they gave. What's his name on Namek? It weren't Elder.
It was.
Yeah, Guru's title.
Oh, Grand Elder Guru, is it no? Because of the because
And
he was they're the only
Dende was Guru's
offspring
next in line.
Aye, it was one of the they're the last of they're the last of the ones that are able to create the Dragon Balls. Whereas
Yeah, the Dragon Clan was saying in it.
Aye, Dragon Clan, something like that. So we with the Denny going to Earth, the only option was for Mora to take over the original Dragon Balls that way for Guru and just meld them to his power. Although on the new Namek, the Namekians have got what their full power, so that way he's able to hang control. But yes, you're correct with the Denny being special because he is the only one that can mold them. The Denny and Guru were the only ones
He
that can
reshape. He can reshape the dragon, and the difference between him and Kami could only give Purunga one wish.
Because
Dende can give him three.
Because Kami was split into two beings, Kami and Piccolo, until they fused.
No, he could only be split to become Guardian, couldn't he? Because it was because of the Piccolo side in him that he had to expel.
So until
that's going back some years now.
Until hanging at the only way Piccolo was able to regain obviously his full power was merging with Kami again, and then obviously we find out in Superheroes that.
But that was for Cell, weren't it?
Aye.
They sent Cell on Earth when he was still in his lava form, and he's I remember that now.
In the so. The superheroes party gets explained more that way with the nameless version of Piccolo, the orange Piccolo, and a part of it.
I forgot that he's got that new form now.
Within, he starts to talk to somebody within. I think it's actually in Daima. He starts to talk to an ancient version of Namekian. And it tells it because it asks him about a forbidden technique, and it's the technique that he does. No, it's the technique.
I put respect on his name, and I didn't even put him in my 10.
But Piccolo.
Yeah, but an hour ago I told you all that he didn't have no respect on his name, and then I didn't even put him in my 10, and I totally forgot about his new form.
So the thing is,
I'll put some respect on his name, Carl.
It gets explained as well. So see that technique that Nail does, and back in the Frieza saga where he fuses with Piccolo. Piccolo pretty much gains all Nail's memories, everything to do with Nail. So the person that he's talking to, that way within this vision is that way Piccolo doesn't actually know who he is. And that way, the guy goes.
But Neil had already absorbed all of the greatest fighters he had fought to become his position for Guru. So Piccolo hasn't just got Neil.
Let me explain. So, the guy asked Piccolo about the way he saw such and such about the such and such, and Piccolo's like, no, and then he starts to think, and because he automatically thinks about the fusion with Kami, like remerging with Kami at first, but it's no. He's like, no, it's the guy, the thingy's like, no, it's not that. Who else have you spoke like, about? Like, who else have you hanged with that way? Or like would have known? The only other person that must have knew about these forbidden techniques was Neil. So it's a vision from Neil that he's kind of speaking to, and because of he's got Neil's memories that way. Well, himself doesn't know who he is, but the memories of Neil make it know. So it's
Mate,
a
we all saw Frieza make mash of a lot of people, and Neil lasted a whole episode up against him.
aye. So as I say, it's a kind of weird one with Piccolo as well. Like there's a lot more to dive into with Piccolo, and I think this is what Daima's tending to do because this is where Piccolo is originally from.
Oh yeah, they explained that Piccolo's clan left a long time ago. They were the first to get out of the demon realm and relocate, and they said it was at the perfect time as well, because after Piccolo's clan relocate, or Kami's clan, because it was Kami that helped their mad guy create the Dragon Balls that they have
Aye.
in the demon realm. He then realizes he's mad and takes his clan to Earth.
Right.
Yeah, that's all explained in Daima. That's what I mean. You need to actually watch it, and then you'll be up to.
I'm going to watch it at some point. I've just, you see, like, I keep going on to Netflix. Like, when I'm on Netflix, I keep hovering over it and going, do I want to start it now or do I want to leave it? Like,
Just watch an episode at night. That's what I was doing. Just watch an episode at night. But that brings us on to perfectly to Legends, if I'm honest, because that's gone full Daima at the minute. Let's face it.
Aye. I don't want to really.
Like you said.
I don't want to talk about Legends, mate. Like, really, I'm.
What's the matter?
I'm getting pissed off with it, bro. Like, I'm literally
What's
getting
that?
pissed off with it.
Preach! Preach!
Every this full year, I have pulled jack shit.
This full year we're 3 months. This full year, fucking full year, 3 months later.
I'm still no pulled shit. Yes, I pulled do the day, but again, I'm looking for the main, like the main pulls of the day.
So since the start of the year, we got, who was the Legends Fest Ultra?
Was that no sell?
No. That was Beast Gohan. So that was January.
I got that. I did get go. I get Beast Gohan.
That was followed by Legends Limited Zamazu.
Never got that.
I got that. Followed by Ultra Cell.
Never got Ultra Cell.
I got that. Followed by Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta.
No got that.
Neither did I. And now that's been followed by Daima's Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
And I've no got that.
I pulled that yesterday. But the two other Daima characters, as like Smoke said, was Margin Ku and Margin Du, which are both actually very quirky units to have, I can't lie.
We missed one out as well. Margin Vegeta was in there.
Margin Vegeta was the Ultra before Legends Fest, which starts in November, at the end of November.
Alright.
You pulled it this year, correct?
That's what it was, aye.
That's why you haven't pulled anything. Do you know how many ultras you've got in the last 6 months? More than I've got in 6 fucking years. You're taking the piss, bro. You're out here moaning. My man's pulled fucking ultras left, right, and centre. Dickhead.
That, like, if I came back to the game that way, I would have pulled. Missed it. I just missed it in the Ultra Gohan. No,
Right, so but you've had Ultra Gogeta twice.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Ultra Margin Vegeta.
I've only pulled him once.
Ultra Gohan.
Ultra Beast Gohan, I think I pulled twice. No, once, I think. I can't mind. Once or twice, I don't know.
I swear you've pulled another one.
Oh, it was the Ultra Kid Gohan, Ultra Teen Gohan. Was the Ultra that I pulled.
Ah, yeah, the green one from yeah. Cell Saga. I thought for some reason I was thinking it was Rosé, but
No.
I think you would have been gassed if you had pulled Rosé. And how long did you last on the game, Nibs? Came in, pulled all the great characters, and then fucked off. Pretty much how you play Pokemon now too.
Exactly.
Come in,
I'm guessing.
bam, bam, bam. Look what I got, guys. All you hear from Smoke is, "You can fuck off."
But what else is? So
And then nothing extra.
see when the next pack comes out that way, I pull everything again and fuck off. What's happening with Dragon Ball Legends anyway? I've no.
So it's as you're aware, it's all under new management. Toshi stepped down, and it is literally they put out a statement, not a video, nothing else, just a little statement saying, "I hope you're ready for this update because this is Dragon Ball Legends 2.0."
See about that.
Like, is this a revamp, or are you just doing a Toshi and gonna tell us what you're gonna release, and we'll still be waiting for it right up until Legends Fest. It will come in over the next 10 months.
Possibly.
But I don't know. I like where the game's going.
I don't get me wrong, I still
new events,
I'm still
new
logging in
types
as well, but
the raids are more frequent now, just to make up for the loss of crystals that we now don't get from Zenkais, even though Zenkais have slowed down.
I'm liking that. I'm liking the way they've pinged with it as well, though. If I don't know if you've noticed, but with a lot of the stuff now, especially in the I don't know if it's they've just changed the hyper die coins, but you could only get the 100 crystals once. Remember, if I think correctly, that way
You could always get it 3 times.
was it right? Well,
you thought he was new.
No, because I never noticed. I never really noticed it, but is it
That's the first thing I do. Because normally I've already got 4,000 sat in my bloody gift bag that I can't accept. So I buy the 300 and then I have to accept them and then I start again.
So I'm guessing
it's the only thing worth buying. Apart from the Z Power. The Z Power is always worth buying.
I'm guessing that's it's the same way that they're hanging in, but no.
Well, I don't know what they're actually releasing. I just thought it was a big statement and a bold statement by them.
No. So,
they seem to have changed everything else at the minute, so hopefully nothing's set in stone yet. But the next information release should be a big one. I might do a watch along for that.
Other than that, we're on to some other big news. The Pokemon, as you heard, is that way with the Pokemon Pocket TCG, the Shining Revelry set.
Nibsy, this is where we do our little happy dance.
I can do the happy dance as well.
What?
No, you can't.
How?
You can't do the happy dance.
How? Just because.
Because
just
Knibbsy,
because-
right, number one, Knibbsy doesn't give a shit about the game and has still pulled the best cards in the whole game. I have pulled everything that I want to pull out of it, and you are still waiting for your pull.
One card.
So,
I'm only waiting
No.
for one card.
and that's the point. And that is the card that you wanted from the start. Yes, you've collected some nice cards. We've all collected nice cards, and we'll get on to the nice cards that we have collected in a second.
I can still. happy
We're
dance.
being honest with ourselves. I know you struggle to do this unless you're pissed out your head. But
One sec though. Can I just say one thing? What's that one card, Smoke?
Shiny Lucario.
Oh yeah, I got that.
I know you have.
I got that in my first pull.
I know you have. But again, as I say, I can still do the happy dance, right? Because like, yes, I do want the shiny Lucario, but the fact that like I've pulled the immersive art Garantina. Yes, yes, you don't like it, but I actually think it's a.
I wasn't even going to say that, but okay.
No, you told me the other day you didn't like it.
No, I didn't say that I didn't like it. I told you it's the worst immersive out of all of them. I like all the other immersives videos than that one.
I just think
That's last on the tip.
I think it's quite weird. I like it, but so and yeah, I've got I've pulled the fella that immersive. I've also pulled the Charizard, right, which is also one of my favorites. Fucking Pokemon. And the only thing that can make it better is if they were to add Shiny Gengar, but it would need to be it would need to be its Mega form because it's white. You can't tell a Shiny Gengar, but again,
I don't know. I managed to pull Beedrill today.
it's nice. The Beedrill one is nice. The Wiglet one's nice. The Wug Trio one's nice. The Wug Trio one's nice as well, which I have got.
I've seen a lot of people running that in their water builds at the minute.
I mean,
And it's a dragon. It's pretty, yeah, because it's pretty much a Dragonite water type. They've taken Dragonite's move, given it one less energy, and was like, there you go, have that. Because that's what Dragonite does. It does 150 damage to random Pokemon. 3 times. And that's what Rig Trio's doing for 3 bloody water energy. 1 less evolution. It's a gold mine.
No.
I told you this in that last podcast. Whoever created Pocket is a water Pokemon fan.
But it's not that. It's more the fact that see if you look at the games and you look at the Pokédexes, 90% of the Pokédex is actually taken up by water Pokemon. Like the full Pokédex, 90% of that is water, I would say, and a lot of people would tell you as well, because the first generation, there was pretty much a lot of water Pokemon. Second generation, there was a few more added. In each generation, they've just added more and more. Really? Water Pokemon outrank most Pokemon, and
Well, and they're changing that.
and
The creator of Pokemon is a water Pokemon fan. But somehow made Fire Starters the best starters in the game.
The game, the Fire Starter Fire is the best. In the TCG, water pretty much kind of rules in a way.
No, I just think the game is built solely for water decks. If you want to break it down, if you wanted a pure, good balanced team, water is the quickest, probably.
The best to use.
And now with the healing of Erica, which by the way was without a super potion, you weren't getting Erica's level of healing. Now that they've got Iridessa, cool. But it's not just one Pokemon you're healing now. It's any Pokemon for 40 that's got a water energy on it.
And then as well, if you factor in the new Pokemon Center card as well, which is giving you 30 on top of that.
But you can't do that because they're 2 support cards. But you can run that with 2 potions, which, by the way, is then 80 energy.
Ranked is I'm
A fucking beast.
I'm more digging the ranked on this than than I do on Legends.
Yeah, but it's a whole different type of game. If it on this, you have to be 5, 6 steps ahead. You 9 times out of 10, tell me if I'm wrong. You already know that you've lost after your first turn. By your starting hand that you get dealt, and then whatever you can set up. Because by the time you realise what's on their deck, should be able to tell you shit. Because on their second turn, when shit starts evolving and support cards are coming out, you're like, okay, yeah, this is done.
No, there has been times. I think there was a game that I'd done just before we all sat down. I made a fucking massive boo-boo. So
Oh yeah, I keep doing it with Giratina. Keep accidentally pressing the fucking top button and not the fucking bottom one to do 120 damage.
I put my the way my bench was set up. I had my Arceus in. I had one of my shamans. I had the empty spot, and I had the other another Arceus in the other side. So I always leave that middle spot. I was just waiting for my Dialga. It came out. Dialga came up. I'm like, right, cool.
Picked up Arceus and stuck Arceus in the middle spot.
No. So I had Arceus at the top spot, in my active spot, Arceus down the right spot, Shaman on the left, and I'd left the centre open for, as I said, my Dialga, because I never had it in my horn at the time. The next draw was my Dialga, because I had 2 Shamans in my horn, and mate, I was just fucking nearly ripping it. Like, I accidentally put my Shaman in, but I saved it. I managed to save and win because the guy, as soon as the guy realised what, the guy kept playing. Right, I played it through. I'm like, I'm going to get beat here, but I was able to get my energies onto Arceus and just absolutely fuck it. As soon as I get my energies onto Arceus, that way. Yeah, my shaman took a couple of hits, and I sacrificed it to get Dialga onto the bench. As soon as I put a Dialga on the bench, quit out.
So what levels are we all on?
I am Pokeball. I am Great Ball rank 1. Halfway through it, but I'm struggling. I keep getting up, and I'm getting put back down now. I'm lucky, I'm on a 2-1 streak at the moment because the last 2 people, as I say, they have been like we've been going through, and at the moment, people if they're not getting the horn or something's fucking up, as you know yourself, they're quitting out. So I've had a couple of people do that on me.
Mate, I'd rather lose 5 points than waste 15 minutes trying to play a game that I'm gonna lose anyway. It's just pointless. I'm losing the same amount of points either way. It just doesn't matter. What about you, Nibs? You given ranked any?
Nope. So, what about you?
What's the starter rank?
Beginner 1.
Yeah, that's it. Just beginner 1.
Yeah, that's
and then once you do 3 battles, you'll go into Pokeball level 1. But the first 3 battles are against bots.
What's your rank, Clown?
I'm the same as you. Which will guarantee me 60
Hourglasses.
Hourglasses at the minute.
Nice.
But this ranked is going through until the end of the month, so it will be a whole month, 4 weeks worth of playing. So be aware that there's going to probably be ups and downs between now and then.
Aye. Well, at least the thing is as well, though, I would lose like the good thing with it is
Yeah,
yes,
but
we'll
4
lose.
weeks for 60. That'd be alright if it was every 2 weeks, like Legends rotated their PvP.
Well,
4 weeks
I know
for
anything. So as we did say though, like it could be the way they're doing it is this is the trial run, so they'll run this one for the full month, see where everybody is and how what they like and what they hang about it in that way. If it is just going to be 60 for getting to Great Ball rank, that way they might go right. Well, we'll rotate it to every, as you said, every 2 weeks. That way, however far you can get within 2 weeks will give you whatever. So that will
we
push,
need
as you
more
said.
events as well.
The roadmap, aye, there does need to, I do agree, there does need to be more events. Quite.
If you want people to be playing this daily, you need to. Otherwise, you're just logging in for your to log in, pull a pack, pull your free pack, and then do one wonder pick. Job done. Log off.
Aye. And that's if you're not. That's if you're no like us and then the PvP side of things that way.
No, but that's what I mean. If you're bringing in rank, then surely you're thinking about people that play this more regularly and can grind this, and in general would make you money because, as we're well aware, there's whales out there that just pump money into this game.
Aye.
Like I think since I've had this game since what, November, October, one of the two.
Around about there, yes.
I think I've put in £15.
I've put what about.
And that was just on new releases. The first one was the Mew one, and I got the gold Mew off of that gold. And for this one, I got my fucking shiny Charizard. I now understand why people pump money into it, but I can't afford that. That's just madness.
You also done the Mewtwo.
Oh no, Mewtwo was because remember when we first got the game, they were fucking handing out hourglasses to us left, right, and centre. We had nothing but hourglasses.
The shiny Mewtwo, the hingy.
Oh,
aye. You put that.
So that was a part of what I was saying. So that was the gold that then allowed me to pull my shiny Charizard, because that wasn't gold. It was not a gold pack. It was a bought pack.
I think I've put
that includes
real money. Well, my actual money, I've put about 30 odd in. That's just been on my phone bill. But in like my Google Play rewards stuff, I think I've put about 60 odd quid, because that way I've been saving up my point things. And
my points, and because of the deal that it gives you 100 points for £2 as well. That's
no, but I'm no waiting. I'm saving up until I can get to the 800, well the 1000, and buying the 15.99 ones. We'll get the 15.99 coupons and get in instead of getting the hanging in it that way. That's
what level on Google Play are you? I'm only fucking silver, and I don't even make that many.
Gold, bro.
See what I mean?
Gold. I'm platinum.
You fucking little pussy.
I used to play. I used to. Don't get me wrong. I used to when Duel Links was when I was able to, when I was still playing Duel Links. I used to put about a tenner into that every so often as well. So
mine was Kiss of War. It's one of those like city builder games where you can go out with tanks and stuff and take over them.
See, when you say about that as well, one of the other ones for me was Clash Royale.
No, only ever put a little bit of money every now and then into Legends and Pokemon Go when I used to play that for the community Sundays where you could.
Fuck, another one that way I used to put money into Pokemon Go as well. Look, just to buy because I done.
We also know what else you used to put into your Pokemon Go. We're not talking about you and Pokemon Go. But getting back onto the subject of Pocket, how many decks out of the 5 have you completed?
Without going to check, I can't remember.
I've completed 3.
Give me a second.
I've completed Genetic, I've completed Mystical, and I've completed Triumphant. I just need 3 cards for Time and Space, and 7 cards for Revelry.
Well, are you on about the? Are you on about that part of the? Well, wait, no, it's not going to show, is it?
No, it's not.
Are you on about the like for the triumphant light? Getting through it.
So for your base sets, how many of your base sets have you completed?
Oh, my base sets, right. I've done the genetic apex. I've completed mythical island. I've completed space time smackdown. I need 1 for triumphant light, and I need.
Yeah, I would give it to you, but you've got nothing to trade.
5. I need 5 for Shining Revelry.
See, I've got Glacier on there waiting for you, bro, but you need to come to me with something. Like, it's there waiting for you. It's like, I've even signed the bottom of it saying smokes.
Yeah,
But every time that you go, but what can I send you? I'm like, take your phone back, man. Don't even show me that no more. Don't need nothing.
That's the thing about it too, us being fucking that high up and with that many cards. Like we've completed half. No, as we said last night, the only things that the two of us can really trade between the two is fill ups.
Fill up.
We've not got much for starting then. But I will admit,
Not even the X's, just trading for lots now. We can't even do it. If we could, we'd be able to fucking trade the double stars as well if we could. But
like,
no, we've got no EXs that I need, bruv. What about you, Nibs? You completed any base sets?
No, he doesn't fucking play it. He only comes on and does the pulse to annoy us and then fucks off.
But it don't annoy me. I give him like my little purple heart in the Discord. I give Jess the purple heart in the Discord. I give Tina the purple heart in the Discord. You're the only person that I give the middle finger to. But that's because we've got that rivalry going. It is what it is. Like, I can't help it. Like, you put up a pool and I'm like, Smoke, I like your pool, but God,
So I'm 66 out of 72 on Shining Revelry.
That's not bad.
60 out of 75 on Triumphant Light.
That's still not bad.
29 out of 155 on Space Time.
Yeah, you might need to get on to that.
22 out of 68 on Mythical Island.
Okay.
And 106 out of 226 on Genetic.
That's not that bad then.
And I got 14 promos.
Well, the rate that they like going, they like handing out free old packs, so I can imagine that you'll get a few.
See, I'm surprised we didn't get anything for this one. Yes, we got a free pack for the new one, but I'm surprised we never get the for then completing the missions, no getting like the Mythic Island pack or the one of the.
Yeah, but they did give us that pack, and then they allowed us to pick a fucking whole
deck
yes, of our choice.
True.
And for anyone that was needing one certain EX that gave you exactly what you needed, I got my Charizard EX normal. So I was more than happy.
That's the thing for the sets that we're talking about. It's only for the Shining Revelry set, you know. At the end, at the end of the month, this month that way they'll change, so we'll probably be able to get another token and be able to do something. I don't know if these tokens are going to be a thing, but I'm guessing that it is because the deck thing is resetting, as it says at the end of the month again. So
So, so do you think we're earning enough hourglasses?
I still don't think we're earning enough hourglasses. But that
How
is
long does it take you to accumulate 119 hourglasses to do a temple?
well, considering I've completed every solo mission that way for everything, it's going to take me quite a while because I'm not
It
earning.
takes me around 8. No, it takes me around 2 weeks to get to 119.
Round
Just
about,
going through daily missions.
round about the same, unless, as I say,
Unless
aye, but which I don't get is that way we're earning a shit ton of the fucking what?
shop tickets
No,
and
aye, the golden hourglasses, the wonder pick ones. That way, I've got 700 of them sitting in my thingy, and I don't use them. Only every now and
oh,
again.
I can go through loads of them. If I see loads of full art stuck in that
Aye.
Wonder Pick one, I can
Don't
go
get me
through
wrong.
like
Aye, don't get me
100.
wrong. Like you see, if I see full arts that I've not got, and that way, and the thing's been expired, yes, I'll use them on that. But again, I'm sitting at 700 odd, and I'm like, I'm going to have hundreds of these just sitting there because a lot of the full arts that at way are up, I've got. A lot of the stuff that is there, I've got. I'm only ever using them on ones that I've hanging, but at that I've got my Wonder Pick thing's full because there's been nothing interesting there to go for unless it's an EX that I've not got. So I'm like, meh.
Mm.
We do need another way other than doing the solo battles, which if you've blew through all them, that way you're no earning anything for them other than shop tickets, which is stupid. Yes, and then completing the missions for the decks is earning us tokens to buy a token. Stupid.
And then they also pick and choose how many of the decks that they're going to release into the solo battles, whether it be 4, 3, 2.
You see, it's the big thing is if you're no paying for gold, it's take that way, and you're doing it the way we are. That way, yes, putting a wee bit of money into it every now and again, but no fully going 200 to 300, 500 quid into it like that
What
way.
does the shop tickets give us?
The shop
When
tickets,
when that renews, how many do we get? We get 10 out of the 1.
10 out of the
And
three,
how many?
the times 3, and then we get 10 out of that way, the times 6, that way we get 10 of them as well.
So 70.
So pretty much what
70. That's what we save for the shop ticket is 70.
something like that, run about that. Well, I'm sitting at 0 the now, so when it resets tomorrow, that way I'm not going to do I'm not going to pick up my login. I'm not going to pick up my and or go through and do any battles or that or open any of my packs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get into the shop and buy the hourglasses, and at that way I'll post what I've got at the end date in the Discord.
No, I believe that should be up to 20. I've got over 900,
Oh.
900 shop tickets just sat doing nothing. I can't buy any.
I'm at the same as you now, and just within the last couple of days, I'm sitting at 900 now as well. But what I did notice as well is they've increased the deck limit size.
If what?
So see, you know how when you're building your decks,
Yeah.
they've increased the limit of the decks how many decks you can build from 10 to
Oh,
20.
I thought you. I was just about to say no. You can only put 20 cards in the deck, mate. Don't lie to me.
No,
But you're
no.
talking about the amount of decks that we can now save.
That we can now say, yeah.
Well, now that ranks out, everyone's going to end up deleting all the decks that they've made anyway, because everyone only made decks to go through the solo battles to have individual types. Now it's competitive rank. You're now going to not have a single type unless you are literally running an aggro deck just to get out of the block fast.
Or no even that. That way, the only time you're going to be making another deck is if either the meta changes or you again when a new pack comes out, and that way you're going through the solo battles again. Really?
I will say, see, this will make you smile. Your brother was in it.
So
Oh, he was not happy, mate. He was losing and losing and losing. And it was, he must have lost 4 on the bounce, and he was like, I've just realised that I'm losing points now, and came off. he was not happy. He was mad.
That's what I was going to say as well. The good thing about that is at least we don't. We lost the points that we've gained, but we don't drop a rank. We don't.
Yeah, you can't drop a rank.
So predictions for what the new and what the next what kind of big set, or what we're going to be seeing. I've not seen any leaks as of late. That way
No, I don't think you will see any leaks. So what we'll get is, because today is the last day of the month, which it kind of feels weird, the last day of the month, yet it's the start of our week. It's kind of messed up. But we'll start to get... you'll see information probably come out closer to the end of the week. That will be all data mined ready for next Monday, because then that will mean ranks would have been out for over a week then. Revelries, it's a very smaller deck, so therefore, let's say they might bring one out in the 3rd week, maybe, instead of the end of the month.
So, what do you think? What way do you think the premium, if we can even call wasting our money on it, Caird is going to give us tomorrow?
See, that's something that I was going to point out. You remember when we first got the game, there was the limited edition hourglasses and Wonder Pick glasses. I think when you have premium, they should renew them as well.
Yeah, the ones that.
That's something that I thought about earlier, and it was only because I realised they've taken them out of my thing now, because I've bought them all. They're not in my shop anymore.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I thought to myself, with the cost of the premium, because you just bought it up, it's not cheap.
No.
I pay less for my membership with Legends, and that's been going up nearly up to 7 years now.
I don't even hang in the Legends membership.
So it is expensive, and to get the card, but you're asking me what the special card is going to be.
Right? But if you take the special card, like the special cards for at the start, right? That way we get we had the Pikachu at the start, right?
Do you know what I think it will be? I think it's going to be. I think we're going to get a Giratina, but you know how they like to alternate the art? This one will be flying, not just standing face on with the orb at the front of it.
So what you're saying, it's going to be in its origin form? It's worm form, flying?
Well, the others have their origin forms, do they not? Palkia and...
Palkia, Dialga, but theirs origin forms are just normal cards, they're not EXs.
I know, but this is for something, and we've just had Giratina, so I believe it will be an alternative art to the Giratina that we have now, with the orb at the front of it. But whether it might be flying is a different matter.
I don't see them gain as a normal.
And I would like to point out that the form that it is in its full art form in Time and Space set is flying in its dimension. So I would just like to point out it doesn't say origin form, but it is in a different form to what it is in that EX.
Right, alright. So the other thing as well, right? Like, if we take those cards, right? So the first one we got was a Pikachu, which was a really nice card. Then we get the Mewtwo card.
The picnic one.
No. The one where it was standing the sun, standing the sunshine behind in front of it, or behind it, that way the Pikachu in the back in the distance.
I thought that was the full immersive one.
No. The immersive Pikachu is up in a rock.
Log. Yeah.
But so we got the Pikachu, then we
I
had the
thought the one
Mewtwo.
you're talking about, it's got like a picnic basket and a Pokeball and bits scattered. There's no point showing me because you can't see it. Yeah, it stood on like a picnic basket in the sun. Yeah,
Aye.
with Pokeball.
Then
Okay. Why?
I forgot, right, because when you say
Ah,
picnic,
yeah.
the other Pikachu, there's the other one that is get the fucking picnic as well. But then we get the following one, the next month we get the Mewtwo.
Yeah, the old art over the city. But
Then
then I like the one after that with
then it was
Pikachu with all of the starters around it.
and then the one after that was the Piplup one.
Yeah, but for the premium, they're not what we got.
That was. Then we had
We've
in
got
the
Moltres.
Moltres EX, uh, Darkrai EX, which is the latest one that we've had, and then
Yeah, because one card you get with your premium, one card you got to earn, and that's what I'm trying to say. So you get the nice little basic Pokemon art, and then we normally get an EX card that we earn through the missions that we have to do for the premium. We do get two cards. One, like last month, was the Darkrai and the one that you just said. Is it Piplup?
no, I felt like it was a month before.
No, because
We've only had
you need to remember this game's only been going 4 months, bruv, and we've literally just named like over 4 months worth of cards, and I've only paid 4 premiums so far.
they've right, so well, aye, for the EX, that way, for when they started doing the Moltres, they've only started giving us one card.
We've had Moltres, Darkrai.
In Darkrai, that was it. Through it. Since then,
Oh, I swear there's
they
something.
gave us the Piplup with I think the Moltres, and then for there it's just been it was just it's just been Darkrai after that.
I swear there was.
Right, anyway, stuff again. That and
Just go to the bottom of your card decks, and it'll be in the promo. Promo 8.
So so we've had the Pikachu and the
Yeah, we've had 2 Pikachu. We know that.
right. We had the Mewtwo or the flying over the city. The Lapras and Venusaur were both events. We had the Moltres, which is the one that we were annoyed about because it was just an EX facing the opposite way. We've had the Pikachu with Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Eevee. Then we've had the Piplup Picnic with Piplup, Turtwig, and Chimchar with Drifbloom Loom in the background. And then we've only had Darkrai EX.
That's 6.
So we've been
And
playing
the
with
game doesn't have that long.
It has then. Wait a minute, right, give me a second, right, because I'll actually Google it and find it.
saying that I believe we still get two. One's a basic card that we get just because we have the premium, and the other one is from the missions, which is the alternate art version of something. But it is what it is.
So he listed
Like
the
you asked me what it could be in 10 years, probably going to be a Giratina alt art.
right. So he listed the premium cards, right? So premium A1, right, was the Pikachu.
Yeah, I remember.
The next one was a Mewtwo. Then we had Moltres. Then we had Piplup, and then we've had Darkrai.
Yeah, so where'd the others come from?
Oh, we get the Pikachu one was a gift, actually. The Pikachu EV and that one was a gift, actually. Because it was the 30-year anniversary of Pokemon. When everything was changing over, that's what that one was. So the four premium, the for the four the months that we've had it that way, it's been as I say then the premium ticket ones. The only premium pass cards purchased with premium tickets. The only one we've had today that way was Pikachu. Premium mission reward cards we've had the Mewtwo, the Moltres, the Piplup, and the Darkrai. So that's when they changed it to the mission.
That's what I'm saying. We had to earn it.
We've had to earn the rest of them, so we've only been able to buy one. The rest of them have been earned, so that's it. Other than that way, it's not really gaining you. It's not gaining us anything else.
Because it gives us the tickets, and it's in there along with whatever the deck customizations we can get, along with whatever the card is on it.
Even at that, I would say that as well, a premium pass should give us more fucking red passes as well. No, red passes, more
Hourglasses.
hourglasses, yes.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We've tried to teach him English. It just doesn't seem to stick.
But I think other than that, I think we talk a bit about Nibsy now, seeing as
No.
he is the newest presenter on Smokes and Jokes, and
Good man.
I think we kind of done this on purpose.
Yeah, save the best till last.
So, obviously, me and Clown yeah, I've known you a lot longer than Clown, but tell the audience a bit more about yourself, Nibs.
You don't know me. You don't know my story.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
There's not much to tell, really. Just your average gamer. About
Average.
Yeah.
Average. Right, ladies and gentlemen, this man spends fucking 8 hours just running the same Easter egg, doesn't even fucking give a shit. Or is ordering fucking Uber Eats halfway through because he's like, if I quit now, I'll die. Fuck it. Uber Eats. Actually, mate, can you feed me while I'm playing this game, please? Like, I'll pay you an extra tenner.
Alright, I've only done that a couple of times where I fucking cleared around and then ran to the door to go and pick up my order, alright? And then got back in time to carry on with the next round. I've only done that a couple of times.
I'm sure you've done that a couple of few more times while playing PUBG back in the day. Not even saying it.
Yeah.
Not even saying it. We're playing running simulator. That way we're all me and his bra and I think Perk would all stop and hang that way hunkered down because there was gunshots. Nibs would just keep running. Nibs, where are you going? Nibs, where are you going? No answer. Literally would keep running. Nibs.
Yeah, but
I'm just back, boys. That way. Where the fuck are you? We're 20 feet behind
yeah,
you.
but on PUBG as well, though, it was a case of I was also known as the loot goblin because I'd kill someone 300 meters away and then run to loot the body. Didn't care that everyone else was shooting at me because I was running across an open field, but I'd still get there and loot that body.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that's also how me and Smoke met, was back when I was streaming on Mixer. And we were in a game of PUBG, and while I was rezzing my entire team in the zone, as I got them all in, using up all my meds and barely getting in myself, Smoke and his team were all just sitting up on the ledge, picking us all off as we were running in.
No, get it right. Not my team. Me.
And your team.
No, my team.
I was about to say, don't give yourself a big head, mate.
My team.
Bring us evidence. Bring us video evidence. Bring us video evidence that it was just you.
But Smoke to this day still is the term that he killed me. He did not kill me. Out of my entire team, I was the only one not to be killed by Smoke or his team. I was killed by the other team that was shooting us as well.
No, because my team was fighting with the squad that was behind us, and I turned round just as your squad was running into the behind hanging. I'm like, oh, there are 3 people. I didn't see you outside the running into the zone. So
my squad was getting shot at by about 6 different squads as we were running in, and your squad got the finishing kills.
But did I know collapse one of them and then take the odd one as you were running? And as I say, I think
the technology you're looking for is.
And then you get hit by another squad.
Yeah, I got hit by another squad.
Stealing kills.
No, wasn't he stealing kills? Wasn't stealing kills?
No, I wasn't stealing kills. See how serious he gets.
Me and Mask
I will say,
centre circle, like centre of the circle, at way going ham, just to die to a fucking cheating bastard, like literally cheating.
Yeah, but you don't understand. Like, if you was in my party chat that day, you don't understand how much I was raging because I just picked up all 3 of my teammates 6 times each, getting into the zone. Just for me to get into the zone and have no fucking heals left, I was on 1 HP and then get fucking shot in the arm by some dickhead on the left. Right? I was raging. I was flipping out. I ended that game with 16 kills. My teammates had 4 between them. I was pissed off. And then I saw that you were streaming, so I came and gave you shit just to see you get killed by a guy with a UMP that didn't need to reload.
What just
you dirty hard-scoping bastard!
Hard-scoping bastard? Literally, that way you're like...
Oi, we've all seen you stream COD. We know about you and your hard-scoping. When you find somewhere comfortable, you are literally like... Let me get out the beanbag, ladies and gents. Oh. Don't worry, I got the door. Go loot. Everything's safe here. Just drop your money at the door before you leave, son.
No, but...
Is that what he was like up on the hill, Knibbsy? Is that all you could see? The fucking glare from his fucking sniper?
No, Knibbsy.
That's the word. That's the good. I think for me, that's the good thing about PUBG. Being a sniper myself, is there is no glare.
Mm.
When you're looking around, if someone's aiming down sights at you or using a sniper, you can't see that glare. There is no glare to be seen. You've got to be able to spot their character model or like the tip of their helmet or the tip of their gun peeking over a ledge or something. It's fucking brilliant.
For a guy talking about a lot of tips right now, like, please stop.
No, not just that though. Within that, I think what after he came in, we were sitting speaking through my chat, like getting to know each other through the game and that. Like, I think you ended up one of my players dropped out, and you completely you get a free space. Aye, but
oh yeah, I ditched my team.
Oh wow, Knibbsy went full Scottish to ask if he could join your team.
No,
I didn't ask. I was watching his stream. I was streaming as well, and I was watching his stream, chatting through his stream, and then I watched one of his players drop out as they went back into the lobby, and I just went, "You got a space?" He's like, "Oh yeah, yeah," and I was in there before anyone could even blink.
So, what's your expert showed him
Check your messages.
boom, that way added next 2 seconds straight after added, not even hang it that way straight into party, right? Where we dropping, boys? Sound. Dropped in for there that way, like the shit that we pulled off on that, like
Yeah, it was funny as fuck.
Never heard.
Like, so in one of the maps, Miramar, it's a desert map. You can get, if you drop into Hacienda, you can get fucking, it's like a golden car, it's an armored car because it's a drug lord's car. And Smoke was driving around and that I was running around, and as he went, "I'm coming to pick you up." I ran down a hill, didn't see Smoke coming around the corner in the car. Split second, jumped. He's drifted the car around, and I've landed in the back seat.
It was that one you're talking about. It's an open top. That was an open top car. That was 40s. You and I think it was Yaya who dropped to one side of such and such. Me and Anarchy dropped it the other. Me and Anarchy are like, right, boys, we're on our way. That way, we've all looted up. We're on our way, and I'm driving straight for Knibbsy because he done it too. That was just the way the two of us greeted each other. Like we'd started far away. We just drive a car in, and it was to see how.
I also made the habit of just landing away from everyone.
It was the case. It was to see.
You still do, funny enough. Maybe your PUBG days have rubbed off on you.
No. Call of Duty. I land with you just 9 times. Like, 4 times out of 10, I missed the roof.
It's like he sees the ledge and he could press A just to latch onto it, but he's like, "Oh no, I didn't make it. Never mind."
Take my strong hand.
No,
I just pull a chute wrong. So as I float in, I just face plant the side of the building.
At least get through the bloody top window or something.
No, I tried to, and I missed that as well. But at least I stick with the team.
Yeah.
Chronic, doesn't it?
I wonder.
At least I stick with the team, and I've got a pretty good shot.
So Nibsy's links will be in the description along with everybody, along with Mind Clowns and Chronics. As usual, the links are in the description. But other than gives a bit of insight to Duck, then as well, like your D&D characters.
All right. So, how much insight?
Whatever you want to tell, as much as you want to tell. Like, if you're not want to give too much aspect away to it, for certain things that way that you want to kind of keep as a surprise, then. But a bit of insight to like how you play Duck, how you think the cat, like, the way you're wanting to kind of have the character go, how you want your character to kind of interact within the world.
So with Dirk himself, he's got a few things down in the pipeline. There's a few quirks that he's got that will be a surprise, because it'll be interesting to see everyone's reaction when they finally get there. But overall, he's a military veteran. He's seen nothing but battle since being young, and he's paid for it as well as prospered from it. And yeah, he's got a few things. Taking him down the lines, I've got a few things in mind. I haven't fully decided on which route I'm going to take him, but yeah, he's just a big beefy boy. that as long as, you know, Mojo and Yanis don't try and kill him again, we'll be alright.
I've started. Oh my god, man! What have I started?
Have you started?
Oh
He's
shit!
even, he's even got like it's not even funny anymore, man. Like, it's meant to be a
No,
character.
it's fucking hilarious. But the fact that my character has rubbed off on absolutely everyone is absolutely hilarious.
Mojo Sojo Dojo.
No, the funny thing is, it's meant to be one of these quirks that way he can't, like, he doesn't get, like, he can't really get the names right, and the fact that he's when he talks about Sojo, that way he talks about Janice, that way he still acts as if he's joking like, on Mojo and fucking Ennis and that way. And then
Just having natural conversations about D&D, and I'm like, yeah, but remember when Mojo did that, and he's like, his name's Sojo. I'm like, oh yeah, shit, I need to stop doing that, innit? He's like, yeah, and the other one's Janice. I was like, nah, that will always be Janice, but yeah, I need to stop. Yeah.
You need to take yourself away from your D&D character there, mate.
But as long as they don't try and, you know, just pinpoint their AOE spells on a character that is purely built to stand and brunt any attack, but spells, we'll be alright.
I did, as I say, I did warn Mumble that if that spell comes in, the thing is, right, so see if
Yeah, but after Mumble did it, fucking Yanis went and done it as well.
no, but right, the thing is, right, at least Yanis's spell wasn't as big as what Mumble's was, right? So if I had left Mumble's spell the full way it was, as you were sucked in and it all collided with each other, you would have been outright dead. Joker would have ceased to exist.
No, that was the one that I missed that one. Chronic that did damage to me. I managed to roll. I rolled high enough.
If you were caught,
Knibbsy didn't.
Knibbsy would have just survived. But Chronic Chronic did get pulled in, didn't he?
Chronic.
It was literally it was Clown and the Wolves that saved against Mumble's attack, and it was the Wolves that saved against Chronic's attack.
So if I'd left that spell where the damage had drawn you in and colliding with each other, as I say, I think you would have had 2 death saves. Automatically.
I was down to 1 HP, mate. I was dead.
If you had failed your save, you would have been outright dead. You would have had to have re-rolled a new character. And but that way, as I said, that would have been where your revive would have kicked in. If you had wanted to go with the revive, that would have happened with you. But Chronic as well, he would have been outright dead. He would have that would have been the start of his revive, or he's re-rolling a new character.
Imagine having to roll a new character from your own D&D partner. Imagine. Mate, I'd quit. Fuck your campaign. I know it's not your fault, Smoke, but fuck your campaign. Fuck these travelling buddies. Fuck you all.
That's the hassle of Fireball as well. When you're casting.
No. See, that's the thing though. You're saying that's the hassle of Fireball. Yes, it's an AoE spell that does tremendous amount of damage. Don't pull it on your fucking teammate.
I did ask, are you sure that's where you're wanting it? Yep.
We're a party of 4, and he chose to do it on the...
He chose to do a high damaging spell over an area that had 3 of us in it.
Yeah, it'll be totally fine. Totally fine.
Do you you see why why I ended up having Visine up here?
Mate, you pulled Visine and all four of us went down. Pretty much. I was left on like 1 HP, Clown was down, Janice was down, Mojo was fucking running away, but I had four wolves tailing him.
I wanted to see what the reason I left him hanging is that way. I had a count, I had a timer, and I'd set point that way for what was kind of happening and all. It went to bring him in. See the fact that your bro done what he done, and then
That timer got erased. My brother done what he done, and that timer just went from 10 to 0 real fucking quick.
Yep. But in a way, it gave a sense of urgency to the party, and like it gave me a bit of a hanging on all that I need to watch what's kind of going to happen. But other than that, I think it was kind of fun.
Yeah, my brother being a dick and doing a high damage and spell with 3 of his party members, the only other 3 in the fucking party.
By the way, while he's fucking 50 bloody meters away.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got a fucking huge dire wolf just standing there waiting. But those two little wolves, they're the fucking threat. Yeah, of course they are, because they're surrounded by 3 party members.
Ben, you've been keeping an eye on the chat. My
No.
chat, for some reason, my chat was kind of fucked. But Chronic's been there. Been in your brawls, but Mumble's been in.
Yeah, Devil's been in.
Your job's to keep an eye on the chat, and
no, my chat. I was checking things on my phone as well. But for some reason, the chat wasn't coming up. So, but wait a minute.
Yeah, what do you have to say for yourself, Mojo? Sojo?
Chronic.
Yeah.
So wait now, Chronic. Think this may be the first
Although-
time I've hit the thumbs
although-
up.
Although I will say, with Chronic's attack, Sojo's dragged us all in, Chronic should have pushed us all back away. That never happened. We forgot about that part of the spell.
Alright, then. As I say, I need to keep an eye on a lot of the spells as well.
Yeah, but that's also down to the player should be saying that, not just how much damage it does,
Right.
but the actual
Hold on a
effect
minute.
of what spell does.
Hold on a minute. Right. So Chronic's just as I'm just getting a chat back. Chronic. So guys, serious question. If they screw me on these shifts, what's the best day for us to reschedule? Wednesday or Thursday?
Don't even start talking about rescheduling,
It's not happening.
because I'll come over there and I'll set fire to the taxi rank.
So he's went.
It's-
Then he said, also if they screw me, I'm starting to look for another job. So are the Dragon Balls in our universe? Aye, they are quite possibly in the universe. Nibs, thanks for coming on today. God works slow. Nibs is a look goblin, no surprise. I think we all are. I know I am. I have a video evidence of you and Smoke being look goblins. Smoke knows all about hard scope and COD. It's not the glare from Smoke's scope that gives him away. You could fuck off. Also, whenever we do get the next session going, I may wear something similar to what Janice would wear. I get a lot of character. Damn wolves, I died and was brought back. I always have a backup ready. I already have 1 maids, a paladin. Okay, I promise no more.
Well, I'm glad you fuckers do. I don't. And you're trying to kill fucking Joker off in the first fucking fight. You're fucking mad. I was unconscious for the fucking first fight, and then you tried to kill me in the second.
I didn't try and kill you.
I've got, just so you know, I've got about
You didn't
6
I'm not saying
characters.
you. You had me unconscious in the first fight, and my own team tried to kill me in the second.
Then he said, "Okay, I promise no more AOE's on teammates unless it's a small room and all I have left is fireball." What's the difference in a regular wolf and a dire wolf? Nothing. One's
Right.
just dire.
Just real quick. Right, Chronic. If it's a small room and the only spell left that you have is Direball, I'm not focusing the enemy anymore. I'm making sure you die before that spell gets set off.
They'll just, do you know? Have you played the new God of War?
Which one?
The newest one, like the new version of God of War Ragnarok.
No, not been able.
I only played it a little
Oh.
bit, but not much.
On Kratos' belt is an ex-giant's head. Neandir, I think his name is. That will just be the rest of the campaign. It will be Chronic will be playing his bard through a head on Dirk's belt line.
Pretty much.
How are you keeping this?
All he can now perform is magic via his mouth, where he sings his shit to life. That will be it. He will just be a head.
I'm gonna attach the little bits that are coming out of his neck, like the veins and shit, to the side, and my suit's just gonna absorb it to electronically keep it alive.
Oh, fair enough. And I know we are behind on chat Chronic. For some reason it wasn't showing up on my side of the screen. I don't know.
Yeah, blame him. Blame him.
Smoke's just good at ignoring chat.
No,
yep.
For some reason
he does it in stream all the time.
Yeah.
I don't.
You got to join Discord to get his attention.
Oh yeah, shit. Fuck, I forgot. You've got to actually stream to ignore chat, innit?
Oh, of course. I'm going to start just getting back into it. I was actually thinking about doing a bit this morning, but
right, you see how he even started then? I feel like he's just lying to himself now as well as us. I feel really let down.
What are you on about?
You, the way I was actually thinking about stream.
No, I was going to start then. I was going to start today, but that way I had to go. And by the time I get in and settled down and done what I wanted to do,
where'd you go out to?
It was the way he helped my mum with shopping.
Oh, you get shop? Oh, nice. Greet. I love it. I love it. The joke is, chat, if you read some of his messages, he writes these words just like he says them. And it's fucking hilarious.
And I don't give a shit.
No, neither do we. It gives us a great laugh. Hope you're well anyway, Chronic, and nice of you to jump in and show some love as well, Mumble. Tell your alter ego he's a prick still. We are just is what it is.
But just with what about you, Clint? Use a wee bit of more insight on Joker.
No, wee ball of fun, mate.
Yeah,
I'm just a wee boy.
I mean, Goku.
That's the thing.
More insight on Vegeta. I mean, Goku.
I just think Goku's finding himself at the minute. That's the thing. Goku's had the trauma and now he's got to face it. So everything's more self-explanatory. But if you're asking me about my character's traits and personality, I would probably say he's just a neutrally good person. He's never... Yes, okay, he understands that his heritage comes from battles, etc., and it's our fighting that keeps us, but not being raised in that and being raised on a planet where there isn't famine, there isn't need for war, and technology is above anything that is in its part of the universe is madness. So I'm caught in between both. I'm finding that, damn, I've actually got a talent for fighting, whereas I haven't been brought up in that. But on the other hand, I wouldn't see someone getting hurt. So like at the end of the first session, naturally telling my own travelling companion that stop badgering a woman for more potions. Potions could have helped us, but the fact is that's my character's way of thinking. I'm not. Granted, I can roll really good on deception, but that's not the point.
That's the point, and this is the point.
It's the only point. But Joku's just. Joku and me are going through the same thing. Joku's finding out about himself, and I'm a first-time D&D player, so this is all new to both of us. I just hope we both survive. That's all that I'm hoping.
Other than that,
Oh, and I enjoy it, and Smoke made me puke up over Dirk. So apart from that, it is what it is.
Yeah, and the way it's going, I'm gonna have three extra heads on my belt.
Didn't see what you? I told you what you had caused. And you didn't, and you were like, nah, Knibbsy ain't gonna hold a grudge. I told you, he's gonna hold on to that, and there is just gonna be one scene. And you could say, do you know what? And you finally beat the Planet Destroyer, and we all go, yay! And I go, mentor, this is a great time, and I go to high-five him. Swing of the axe, takes my head clean off. He doesn't need me to help him get through the campaign anymore.
Yeah. Little did you know.
And it will all be because the very
Little
first
did you know I'm actually the
session, all
leader of the
them
episode.
fucking tonks ago, you made me puke up on his fucking armour.
guys, guess what? He's have toppled the World Destroyer, but he's out in initiative for now.
I take everyone's heads.
No, guys, raw initiative. What fucking for? Knibbsy's actually the big bad boss. Good luck, Nick.
No. That just has a little compartment that opens up. He just takes out a scroll that then just drops to the floor and rolls along the floor. This happens to be the list of every single individual thing that you guys did to piss me off through this whole campaign. Who's first? Smoke? What? Is this going to be a battle dome? Oh yeah. Oh shit. White flag! White flag! Instead of initiative, I want to do deception. I had no part of this. I had no part of it. I am not the elf you are looking for. I am not the elf you are looking for.
Other than what
Okay, I'll kill you last.
other than what we've spoke about your character as well, is there anything that you've got, like you kind of got planned, like to take? Like, don't need to just say like just give me like a basic kingy, but is there anything that you kind of got planned that in a way that you are going to take Joku personally yourself, like that way, other than as I say what we have got planned? Obviously, we'll need to speak a wee bit about some things that way, but you don't need to really go into depth. You can just say, right, well, I want to kind of go this direction, and I'll say, right, if you're going that direction, then you can work it out. You can work.
All I'm saying is once I've got Joku leveled up, it's gonna be quite a paragraph to get my attack out of the way. Because once I get, obviously, attack surge, and then my Kamehameha is not just one beam, but 2, 3. Yeah, and then going down the path for anyone. I've only been learning about this over the past maybe 3 weeks, and that's about the Hexblade characters and how to use their moves to power up a weapon, so it doesn't mean that as my warlock I am just relying on projectiles like a certain someone is and has to be 100 meters away to do it.
Chronix just says as well that wait a minute, I get back. I'm hoping not to be right. Fuck, I get to not know that bit. Chronix said he's chaotic good. I'll have 80 and after this 90 doesn't matter. But that's so I know my know Janice, my character is a bit of a drunk. If I combine into a monk, I can do drunken master. It's up to you. But he said, wait, hold a grudge for the ball bearing. I think I made up for that with the hill giant. My charisma is already.
You made up for the ball bearing with the hill giant. You fucked it with the fucking thunder wave.
I was just about to say, yeah, you did two things. And then you nearly puked up over him. It was only because he managed to move out the way, rolling, that you didn't puke on him too.
Yeah,
so I'd like to point out that out to you, Knibbsy. Nearly three.
You're at Reggie. Yeah.
So I don't know what else. Is there anything else about? I don't even know what I can hang you. Other than talk a wee bit about.
Yeah, I'd like to. I would also like to point out that why is it when I told you that Sojo's name was Mojo, why did Smoke repeat Mojo when he spoke to him? Huh?
Because as I say,
that's how he was introduced. You introduced Sojo as Mojo, so that's the only name that Smoke knew was Mojo.
And as well, that way as already says to you as well, Smoke Disney, like so that way with Smoke, he'll introduce himself as Smoke, not his real name. But he's, as I say as well, he's also one of them ones who, like, if he gets introduced to somebody by a name, he'll keep to that name until if he deems it worthy to actually call him by their real name, if you get me. So,
well,
will you
never mind, Mojo. It is what it is.
With you introducing yourself as Joku, that way he'll hang you Sojo, but not Sojo, he'll call you Joku. But
that's the point.
He'll know.
Because you introduced yourself as Joku, I'm going to call you Sojo.
I didn't mean that.
No, that's the point. He has troubles with names, but he pronounces his own name perfectly.
But anything, the actual
Kujo.
The actual name for Smoke is Bison of Zo.
See, even it took you 2 times to pronounce it correctly.
But as you say, Smoke's one of the characters that he's standoffish until he can trust you, until he sees that you're worthy. That's the pride of the Leonin. People.
Other than that, he just tries to read our mind until he gets rejected. Get the fuck out.
Anything. I actually, because I've not used that and I've not used that spell for a while. When I cast it at first, I actually get the surface thoughts of what you're all thinking. Like, well, whoever I'm targeting is thinking. It isn't until I want to probe deeper, that's when you make the wisdom saving throw. So I was doing it completely wrong.
Well, that sounds like
it's when you target Dirk and these service thoughts. I'm gonna kill them all.
They're all fucking pissing me off. That purple one is fucking definitely for it. I don't know why, but he's getting it first. And then that fucking
rage, Now! Kill them all.
It's just every beat is just sounded by the axe swinging and hitting something. Oh, they're all dead.
Lonely, don't get so lonely.
You see, I'm with that and all that, with the campaign, with it being started, a couple of episodes in. I'm enjoying it so far. Being a first time DM, I'm sure down the line it is going to get to be at the point that I'm just going to be, nah, fuck this. You're not getting that, you're not getting that, no, you can fuck off. Like,
No, because you let us all set this up in motion, right? So what we've got now was already set in motion. What they then become, and you're like, motherfucker, why didn't I say no at the beginning? That's then when you should have gone, I should have said no in the beginning. Now it's just damage control.
Anything though, as I say, the world evolves. Like, as I said, there's things happening in motion in the background that you just don't know about. This whole world is fucking changing and moving and doing stuff. So, as I say, like, he's meeting.
Well, yeah, we already know about Visen's got his own group, and they're also along with Tashigi. So we know that we're not the only cog in motion, as to speak. So I'm expecting a lot of ups and downs, if I'm honest. But then what storyline or good plot line doesn't have its ups and downs?
No.
And the fact that you are very easy off the back with, do you know what? I like where you went with that. Like with the giant. I like that. Do you know what? I was going to smash you into a million fucking pieces, Chronic, you loudmouth little prick. But do you know what? For the first time, you opened your mouth and something good came out of it. Carry on. Crack on. Keep going. Don't spoil it. And then, obviously, the second time didn't go so well. He nearly actually got shot with 5 crossbows at one time. He didn't really work out. But I want to see Dirk start being bossy.
I want to see more for a lot of the characters. Like, I'm already seeing. Like,
Bearing in mind, there's only been 2 sessions.
Aye, which I'm quite glad is the way that we've got it planned. Is that way the next session, the session in 14th. That will be the third.
Will be a double session as well. So
that'll be a double. So the 14th and then the 21st is a double session. So it'll be a good wee block there for progress the story.
Level up.
If I will put it down to ease as well. We can, if you want to linger about in Caldera, there is a couple of things that you can do. That way we can push a wee bit. I can push a wee bit of the story. That way if you want to linger in like Caldera for a bit, that way just to kind of fuck about.
Well, it depends on what Yami's gonna talk to us about, really. Because Tashigi didn't really even tell us anything. That was the joke of it, really. She just told us to go there and why. Apart from that, we don't even know what Yami's actually going to say right now or what type of person we're even meeting yet. All we know is he's a lord and his name's Yami. We know nothing else about him. Oh, and the fact that one of the lowest 6 pretty much nearly destroyed half of his city in the process of attacking it. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I do want to see a lot more like Sojo, Duck, and Joku come out. Like, I've no meaning this in a bad way though, Chronic that way, but if somebody starts talking first, I'm going to take them before you cut in. I'm going to continue doing their go hanging that way. Like, there will be times that I will allow certain bits to come across if but if somebody does start that way, I'm not going to let it kind of jump in.
This is just my first time playing, so I'm still like learning the way of it. If I'm being honest, I'm playing it more like when we set up camp. I was playing it more like I was playing Tomb Raider, and this was just the save point. I don't think we could all just start fucking chit chatting and fucking finding shit out about each other until Chronic started talking to Soja.
As you say, like, within uh, above table, right? In Caldera the New, that way I've got a fight pit, an underground fight pit gambling spot that you could go to earn a bit of cash.
Did it give us training?
No. There's
When we say fighting pit, are we talking about one-on-one or like the battle pit, that the battle dome type thing?
So it'll be right. So you can enter a one-on-one fight. So that way it'll be used against a randomly generated either NPC or monster, or round about your class. Or you can enter a group fight, which will be the full group against a monster that would be like tackled by a group, if you get me.
I can do
And
it.
you can as well. You can also when you get again, you can also bet on other fights that are happening.
Oh, make more money. Duck, you're up.
Bro, it's where it's where me and
Gonna
Bison's
make
group.
Daddy some money.
It's where Bison's group in that way spent a lot of time in the other campaign. In time kind of downtime, me and Lax went to look for this fight pit. So we were earning fucking cash heavy. The Lord will lead you down two routes. It'll be talking about. It'll start off talking about what happened with the city, and how the actual heir he's thrown died protecting the city, and he doesn't think much of his younger son, who you don't know. He doesn't know hanging that way either. The last he knows is it was at the battle site, but could hanging that way. But he doesn't really care much for his younger son. So you can either can take that upon yourselves to go and look and help the younger son, but there is something off about there will be something off about Lord Yami. He's no fully evil, but
Fucking tap.
there's something else at play with Yami. That way why he's so, as you'll see come the campaign, when you get into the story, it is since the attack that's happened, that way he's heard for his guard, and then like the guards of the thingy, and then now obviously the well, his kind of servant. He'll they meet him like he's like eyes high and proud and that, but depending on your roles and depending on what way you go as well, like, he's might could figure it out, which will lead you down trying to like help him, but also help his son, well, the younger son, which you will gain a decent reward for. Again, and then as well that way, if you decide to like, if you don't get the roles and you don't get down the route that way, and he kind of just shuns you out depending on how the situation goes. That way, you can find out a lot of information for certain, like just random NPCs that you can meet as well, that will send you on the route of pretty much finding try to fix what's going on with this city in a way, like something similar to the Briarwoods within Critical Role, if you get me, but not that way. Like the so in fact the best way to put it is, see the pre-stream games that you don't get to see, where Vox Machina save pretty much hingy, what's his name, the Lord did, oh, whatever his name is, right? But where
Ace.
the mind control for him, something kind of similar to that line is what's happening with Lord Jammy above. That's above table. So either way, you have got a couple of different routes you can go down within that. But as I say, if you want to just take it kind of easy.
When you use the terminology above table, that means you're telling us now, but our characters don't know what we're talking about now.
Yes.
That's what that terminology means, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
See? I'm smart.
Kidding. He's learning.
Shit, he's learning too quick for my liking. Ah,
He's learning too much. Kill him.
No, he told me off last week because I mentioned something that you mentioned, and he was like, "You don't know that," and I was like, "I was just mentioning what Knibbsy mentioned." And he was like, "Yeah, but Jokey doesn't know." I was like, "I didn't say he did. I was just saying what Knibbsy said." Sorry.
As I say, with here, your story can go quite a few different ways. But it'll be exciting to see what you
Definitely. Yeah. I reckon we've all got some type. All of us have something planned in our characters already. But then at the same time, I think your storytelling is also going to push other characteristics, maybe, and decisions to define their characters more, which is where I'm really interested to see. And that's what I meant about Dirk. Like, for a veteran soldier general, and yet, apart from die, after I kill you, I'm killing you, and after I kill you, where the fuck did the big guy? Yeah, I'm coming for you too. Apart from that, I would have thought that there'd be structure. Being that general, he would have been like, right, we need to be lined up now, back to back, or because he'd be able to pick people's strengths, he'd be like, right, you're Joker, I know you want a stabby, but you can only go pew right now, so get the fuck over there with Mojo.
But in response to that, Clown, like, since that very first battle that we had, where like I got a grasp of what everyone's sort of capabilities would have been.
I was unconscious.
Dirk would have got the grasp of what everyone's capable of doing. The next battle that we had, we never got a chance to even fucking move from where we woke up from. It was, the alarm goes off, Chronic says something, you said something, roll initiative, they're on top of you.
That's kind
So-
of. Yeah.
That's why I brought it up at the end, saying it felt a bit rushed.
Your alarm, I forgot kind of the way that we had kind of worked that out as well. I forgot that, yes, it says it wakes everybody up, that they've got a free action to get ready to do what actually prep what they want, and then it would
Yeah.
be what I should have done was roll initiative, but at way the initiative counter isn't active now. You all get a free turn to prep what you want to do, and then that way we go for the initiative there.
Yeah. But like we roll initiative, but we don't see what's coming at us.
Aye.
So we get a free action. It just stops us having a surprise attack in a sense.
Mm.
But I will throw a little hint in, Clown. If Chronicus tries that barbarian shit happening again, it's gonna end badly.
See that anything as well that way. I need the. I know it's as you say it's to stop surprise attacks. Like
We're just making sure before we go to bed every night our sentry is working. That's all that we're doing.
no, that's
The thing is though, Clown, you can make sure that sentry's working, but if you throw something at me and the alarm goes off, it's loud.
yep.
It's
well,
loud and it can be heard by multiple different things.
Don't say it to me. Tell Chronic. He's in the chat. Tell him. It's his barbarian. He's already got 2 halves.
He's
tell
gone
me.
for a puff. But yeah.
There's as well like going hanging that way as I say with the there is going to be points as well that yous are going to have to make decisions like that way. These retreat, live to fight another day, or these go for it. Like, that, I think this the way I've got it done. I might need to change the map, but because I have been playing a bit with that map creator that you've gave us, that you sent us.
Oh, real quick. You know you were talking about the sigil.
No, I watched what's his name, the
D&D Schultz.
D&D Shots.
Yeah, it's fucking awful, dude. I downloaded it just to check it out for myself, and it is god awful.
I downloaded it and didn't even bother logging in, mate. That way, by hingy, like, after downloading it, it came up and gave me a login thing. That way, I forgot my login details and had to go and reset it, and went like that. See, to be honest with you, I'm not even going to bother. D&D Shots came up, and I'm like, let me see. Went and watched it, and I'm like, nah, fuck this. It's not even worth it. I'll stick to using the 2D version until I can kind of figure a way out to either put it onto Roll20 or something that they figure a way out to do the hingy and do the sigil stuff, but needing near enough a fucking supercomputer just to run it.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
come on,
Which we wouldn't be. Clown would need a PC to be able to run it, and a decent PC at that.
mate, my fucking
You wouldn't be
PC
able to run it off the laptop.
I don't even think my PC would be able to run it at the moment. Yes, I've got a fucking 3060 graphics card, but the fact that it's fucking heavy CPU heavy and fan heavy apparently, and then
Can't afford the memory for my PlayStation. Let alone fucking PC.
You would be able to run it, but you wouldn't be able to stream.
aye,
And you wouldn't be able to use your background that you've got on currently. You'd literally need to strip your whole system down to bare bones just to run that by itself on, like, nothing else open apart from possibly Discord. For me,
my fucking phone.
I would be able to stream, but I wouldn't be able to use my camera backgrounds. I wouldn't be able to have anything on my overlays, nothing like that. It'd be just that on the background.
So, but the schedule hang it's shocking. But it's a you could tell from the start it was a money grab as well, and they didn't think it through. Especially as
That's the thing, though. It can be seen as a money grab, but it, at, on top of that, you can't really class it as a money grab because they never increase the membership price.
I bet it was all the transactions that you had to do within it.
Well, I guess, but you can't really use it unless you've got a membership with D&D Beyond.
Well, the only person that needed it was the DM, really.
Yeah, but if you don't have a membership, you can only join one game, and then you would have to leave that game to join another.
Why? But again, it's the fact that you pay for the subscription and then you're paying what, £2 or £3 every fucking thingy to try to buy either parts for minis or dice, or like pieces of terrain and stuff, like just to make different maps. But then again, then at that as well, what they've no get all the spell things, they've no get half the fucking subclasses and all that either. And it's a good concept. But nah, I don't know. It was too early to be released. But I think that is probably a good kind of place to wrap up. Would you say?
I don't know. It's my first time on the show. Dan's fingering his camera.
Trying to get Smoke's camera to on, please.
But
no, I've freezed it. I just had to.
So at that
Next week.
Next week is a community gaming night. The choices I don't really think we've decided on.
No, we'll stick a link for the Discord. You can come and we'll put a poll in the Discord and we'll make it last for the week. And come next week, we'll know what game everyone votes for. Job done.
I think the games that we're kind of looking at the moment are what, just as a quick thing at custom matches on COD, like maybe make Myers free for all, like team death matches, something like that. Among Us.
And purely just fun, guys. It's not competitive. It is just purely for jokes. You can pull off headshots and you can be the.
When Chronic says he's back, what he's saying here is, if work doesn't fuck him, and if work fucks me, it's Thursday. Nah, if your work fucks you that way, you're not going to work. You're telling them that you're taking your days back. It was only for a week, so they can't fuck you. If they get back in their word, then nah. You've got to think of your health, Chronic. So no, you get back to your original shifts. They need to deal with it, not you. That's what you tell them. But other than what actual COD, Among Us. I don't know if anybody else has got other suggestions that can get people involved. Let us know. Then following week, as we say, is double session of D&D. But other than that, it is good night from me. Smoke. And
You can
Nibsy
say goodbye.
is just sitting there quiet. This
You
is
can say bye now.
Oh, bye.
much love, and we'll see you
Definitely.
again.
Are you sure it's his first show?